celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Listen, we got a ton of stuff to talk about. First of all, some great news happened today for the Minnesota Vikings. What a time to be a Vikings fan. You feel me? Camp seems like it went as planned. It went good. You know what I mean? We got a lot to talk about there. Shout out everybody in the building, man. But look, man, more importantly, I got my boy TB in the building, man. Listen, it's been long overdue to get OG Ski on the channel, man. And I'm glad we could finally figure out a time and a place, man, to make it happen. So with that being said, let me bring my guy up, man. TB, what's good, man?
What's going on? What's going on, Rap?
Man, long time coming, man. Listen, I'm glad we got you on here tonight. You know, it's going to be some great conversations, man. I kind of want to hear how you feel about the Minnesota Vikings, man, and going into 2025. One thing's for sure, me watching your shows in the past, you don't tend to hold back. So I like that. You know, you kind of straightforward, things that I kind of like. You know, I like fans that are straightforward, not sugarcoating every single situation. Tell it how it is. I mean, that's kind of how I am. So I tend to gravitate towards people that do the same. So, man, hey, man, first of all, how you been, though, man? How's life treating you? You doing good?
I'm good, man. I'm here. I'm able to talk to all the Viking fans. I'm able to talk to you finally. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
Everything's great. It's football season. I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. We got a ton of people in the building, man. Shout out Bob Afaja up in the building. Let's go. Shout out Anthony in the building. I see you, man. Let's go, man. Mr. I Wanna Mock in the building. We got Angel in the building, man. Shout out to you, man. Let's go. Malik Mallory, Funny Boy Roddy, let's go, man. I see y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Mike Sports Vibes. What's happening, man? It's a pack house tonight, man. Y'all tapped in to see TB talk some Vikings in it. Okay, I see what it is. Shout out Mike Sports Bob, Anthony, man. I see you too, man. J.A. Viking was good. Eric from New Mexico, Florinda, and Raquel. Angelo was good. Queen Mary in the building. Let's go. Shout out Queen Mary. We got Chevy in the building, man. I see you, man. Listen, golly, y'all in the building, man. Shout out to y'all. Nick, I see you. T-Bass was good. He said, I still miss Catch, man. Yes, absolutely, man.
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P. to Catch, man. You know what I'm saying? For sure. You know, I was thinking at the beginning, I was like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to be able to fill in for Catch, how Catch used to do it. But, you know, I'm going to try my best, man. Shout out to him, man. He's definitely with us in spirit. You know what I'm saying, man? We miss him, man, for sure. Definitely miss him.
He was the one that kept me grounded.
Yeah,
man. Kept me grounded. And me and him were on the same length when it comes to this whole Viking history thing, because we were the only ones doing it.
Right.
So, you know, I want to keep it alive for him. And there's a lot of history to get out there too. So
yeah, man. Hey, man, that show was amazing. I know I didn't comment a lot on there, but I definitely would go back and watch them and enjoy every moment about them, man. You know, just learning about my favorite team, the history of it. I feel like it's something that's mandatory anyways. You know, for younger fans, I feel like it's mandatory to go back and at least learn the history of the Minnesota Vikings, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I mean? So
it's important to know where this team was before now. It's not like they're all of a sudden a great team now. This has been a lineage for this team. And I mean, there are some people, I ain't gonna say no names, but he knows who he is. He don't talk about history prior to 1998. I'm like,
I know who you're talking about. The joke still goes.
All that history.
He'll probably tap in here in a minute and be like, I know you're talking about.
I know he will.
Shout out to Evil, man, with the 199, man. He said, so we can cut McCarthy and sign Sean Mannion. Yeah, okay. Man, listen, speaking of McCarthy TV, man, I gotta get your thoughts on hold on, real quick. Before I do that, I gotta announce this. Listen, the plaques. Shout out Barber Fade Up. Shout out Mr. I Wanna Mock. You feel me? And shout out to who's the other one? Man, listen, I sent out the plaques today though, man. I'm proud of me. You know what I mean? I got up, I went to the post office. You guys will have your plaques. They on the way, man. Let's go, man. They on the way, baby. But hey, I want to get your thoughts on JJ McCarthy, because I feel like I haven't really got your full insight, especially like in, speaking, maybe saying a couple things in the comments, but how do you really feel about JJ McCarthy? What are your expectations for him as a Minnesota Vikings quarterback? Do you see a future with him? Like, do you see this lasting a long time? Do you see this temporary, man? Just like, what's your spell on it?
Okay. For anybody that knows me knows I'm old school. I'm a defensive guy, play D-line and everything. I'm not high on quarterbacks. I don't care who you are. I don't really care for you if you're a quarterback. With that being said, I honestly believe J.J. McCarthy is that quarterback that can get us to the promised land and get us that championship just by his pedigree, just by his demeanor, just by his actions, things he's done. He's not coming in as a rookie. He's a rookie, but he's coming in as a veteran. He's doing veteran things. He's doing some things that the previous guy we had didn't do. And I'm not talking about Sam. I'm talking about the other previous guy who I refused to name. But I'm seeing something with JJ, and he's got that winner's pedigree, and that's what we need at that quarterback position. Plus, he got a little bit of dog in him too. He'll challenge somebody. He's gonna challenge these linemen. If you think you're gonna hit him and intimidate him, I don't think you're gonna be able to do that. The kid played hockey. You can't intimidate a hockey player. So with that being said, I'm confident he's going to get us back to where we were probably, and hopefully get us that championship. One before I die. That's all I ask. My biggest concern with this team, besides injuries, that's my concern every year. My biggest concern is KLC and his play calling. I'm just going to be honest.
You've always criticized that. I feel like you've criticized that since we've had him. Yep.
So is KLC going to allow this kid to prosper, or is he going to put him in situations that won't help him or the team at all? Yeah, there's always that, and it always starts with the head coach. The mindset is there, the attitude is there, but put him in a place for him to be successful. And I don't care if he only throws for 150 yards a game and 1 touchdown. If we get to W, I'm fine.
Yeah,
you've got the 2 running backs now. Use them. You've got that offensive line now that I'll tell you what, if I'm a running back, I would love to run behind that offensive line. From left to right, that offensive line right there can be dominant. Yeah. And with an offensive line like that for JJ, that's going to help him too. Now, we don't know what's going to happen with Jordan Addison. Mm-hmm. I'm going to think maybe 2 games for sure. I don't know if we get 3. Suspension.
Yeah.
Justin pulled a hamstring. It's not serious, but hamstrings can be a problem.
Mm-hmm. They can be a reoccurring problem.
A reoccurring problem.
Yeah.
You do have Jordan Naylor. You do have Rondale Moore. You do have Felton, the kid we drafted. You've got some other wide receivers too. But for JJ, you want him to have his top receivers to work with. And he's got TJ if TJ can stay healthy. So I want to see what this kid can do. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do.
Yeah, facts, man. Shout out Dante though, man. He said, "How can you criticize one of the best offensive minds in the NFL?" I mean, there's definitely room for criticism.
There's room for criticism.
I'm a KOC guy. I don't criticize him as much as some others may, because I love KOC. But there's times where you're like, all right, man, you got to do a couple things different. There's things you need to learn. It seems like when he coaches against a actual good coach, he gets out coached a lot.
He gets intimidated.
He gets out coached. Yeah, he gets.
And case in point, his former boss.
Yeah,
Sean McVay.
Yeah.
And Dan Campbell's owned his ass. Okay, let's just be honest. So now, with that being said, don't expect 15 wins out of the Lions this year.
Yeah, no, facts. I wanna ask you. Taking it back to like some kind semi-vintage, right?
Okay.
Is like 2025, right? The 2025 roster going into the season.
Mm-hmm.
What what year would you compare like this feeling, this kind of this roster, like going back, thinking back to your Vikings fandism, like what year does this feel similar to where the fan base is hyped up because there's a new quarterback facing the building? We made some huge upgrades. Like, is there any year where seems comparable?
Wow. Well, if you go back to the 70s, when we got Tarkington back, the fan base wasn't that high on it. What changed that was Chuck Foreman. That was kind of the thing. Once we got a running back that could do the things that Chuck did, that opened up everything. As far as comparing this roster to like those older rosters, is when you look at the roster from top to bottom and you're like, we got this, it's got to be those 70s rosters. A couple of times in the 80s, they looked like they could be pretty decent. I would have said Denny Green, but the thing with Denny was, as good as we were on offense, he let the defense slide. The only dependable guy we had on defense was John Randall.
Yeah.
So I would have to say I haven't been this hyped for Viking football since probably the 70s.
Damn, that's a long time. The 70s?
Well, see,
wow.
And I'm hyped for football every year. I'm always looking forward to it, but I keep my expectations low because anything can happen. Right now we look great on paper. This thing could go belly up in a heartbeat with a couple of injuries and bad calls and what have you. But I haven't felt this good about a Viking team, and I'm excited with the new quarterback, which I've never been excited with a new quarterback. It's definitely the 70s, maybe a couple of years in the 80s. I always had hope in the 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah.
That's about it. Maybe I was looking forward to seeing what Teddy Bridgewater could do his second year with the team.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that. But yeah, that's
shout out T-Bass said 87 through 89 was his 87 through 89. Let's see, man. Shout out everybody, man.
Those teams were those teams were basically Jerry Burns teams, but weird things and injuries and weird bounces and stuff happened. But those were good teams, very good teams. They should have went farther than they did.
Yeah. Pop Punk said 98. I didn't think we were gonna be anything going into the year. Same with 09 midseason. I felt it, but before the game has been played, for sure. Mm-hmm. No, for sure. This team right here, like, and so I try to think back too. Shout out DOD in the building, man. I see you, DOD, and Blunt. I see you, Blunt, man. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all. Make sure you hit the like button so we can get everybody in here. I try to think back too, and obviously I've only been a fan since 99,
right?
And I'm thinking like, damn, when did I feel like this? When did I feel this excited or the anticipation I feel like is built up so much with JJ McCarthy. And I think part of it has to do with him being out last year, like where we knew there wasn't a chance we could see him at all. It would have been different if he wasn't hurt. And then we're just waiting for that game for Sam Darnold to fold so that he can get rolled out so that JJ can roll out. But we knew early that even if Sam Darnold folded, no matter what, you're not seeing JJ McCarthy. So I think that added to the anticipation going into this season too, like this whole offseason where we're just sitting around like, let's just get this shit started already. You know what I mean? Like, let's just figure it out. I need to know. You know what I mean? Like, I need to know. And we're here now, man. We're actually here now. There's been a lot going on at camp today, man. My boy Mark Phil, he in the building. He was at camp. I told you backstage. He said he gonna call in a little later, man. So shout out to him. We'll be able to ask him a couple questions on what he saw out there. Do you plan on going to camp, T-Bell, at any point or what?
I haven't been to camp in years.
Man, you gotta get out there, brother. You gotta get out there. You right there, man. You lucky. Man, listen, I was just telling my wife, right? I'm talking to my wife earlier this morning after I did the show with Coach. And I said, baby, if I lived in Minnesota, like if I actually lived in Minnesota, this whole podcast thing would be totally different because I would actually have gotten a building and we would have been having actual sit downs, like in person. Like my access to the players, like I have faith in my ability to build relationships where I would have set me up a building dope ass spot and had players coming in there, man, sitting down on the couch, like talking for real, man. And it's like, damn, that's a dream of mine. And me and my wife are sitting back thinking like, damn, could we move to Minnesota? Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe. Them winners though, bro, them winners gonna keep me out every time.
Here's the thing though, we haven't had a real winner in a few years. Especially it's like northern and southern Minnesota get all the snow. Twin Cities, it's almost like we're in a bubble, so we miss it. But northern Minnesota gets it, southern Minnesota gets it, so it's not bad. Here's a little secret. Here's a little something. Here's how close I live to US Bank Stadium. I'm in walking distance.
Yeah. So what the hell? You need to? Oh, you should, man. You lucky, man. You are blessed, man. You know, like golly, I wish I lived like even today. You know, shout out to everybody who's boots on the ground at camp. Man, y'all know if I was up there, bro, I wasn't missing a practice, a camp. Anytime the public was allowed, I'm there. You feel me?
Right.
Bro, man. Yeah. You know, it just is what it is, man. But unfortunately, man, I'm too far away to be able to be doing that type of stuff. But that's why I do appreciate our fan base, man. We got some really good like content creators / just people that go out and get videos, man. So shout out to everybody, man. Mark was dropping a bunch of videos in the Discord today. So if you're not part of the Vocal Vike Discord, man, dude, you're doing yourself a disservice. Sign up for that. I'm telling you right now, because he definitely dropped some gems in there, man. You feel me? So shout out to him, man. So how do you feel about, because this is another player, right? We got JJ McCarthy that we know everybody's hype on, right? Yep. But I think the other player, TB, is our boy Dallas Turner. I want to hear your take on where do you see him fitting in, because me and Coach had a conversation this morning, and I think like it's hard to try to figure out, right? Like how the Minnesota Vikings are actually going to use him. Like how are they actually going to be able to use him and get more production and just more time really on the field when you got Grenard and Van Ginkel out there still? Because I think the idea, in my opinion, was they probably not that. I don't think they thought that Van Ginkel and Grenard were going to be as good as they were. They thought they were going to be good, but I don't think they thought they were going to be as good. You feel me? Because they were balling. So they probably felt like there would be more opportunities for Dallas Turner to get up in there. But come to find out, those two dudes on the ends, man, you can't take them out the game, right? You just can't. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think this year is going to be similar. So, like, where does Dallas Turner fit in that rotation? What do you see the Brian Flores doing with that?
The Vikings got a gem last year when they signed Van Ginkel. With Van Ginkel putting up the numbers he did, that was totally unexpected. Grenard was supposed to be the one that was going to take over for Daniil, and he did. Same amount of pressure, same amount of sacks. You expected that out of Grenard. Van Ginkel was the pleasant surprise. Pleasant surprise. Also, here's another thing. Dallas got hurt last year. He missed, I think, 3 or 4 games. He did play on special teams. But when he did play, he showed flashes of what he could do. He is quick off the edge. Very quick off the edge. He got an interception last year. People forget that. So he can play pass coverage. I think this year, what Brian Flores has with the defense this year, he can throw different combinations of pass rush at offenses, but also I would expect almost Van Ginkel and Turner to play a little pass coverage in the flats. We saw what happened last year with Van Ginkel, 2 interceptions for touchdowns, basically quick hitter, and you're going to get that out of Turner, but they're going to work out some sort of a pass rush where you're going to have all 3 of them on the field. Where you line up Turner, he has to be on the edge. Grenard can play from a 3-point stance. He can. But what's going to help him is when you have either Jonathan Allen or Hargrave taking that double pressure block on the inside. And that's where Allen comes in, and Allen will take that. So they'll figure out something.
Like, do you see a big year from Dallas Turner, though?
I see him getting 8 sacks.
My mom just texted me. She said you cannot move. With the smiling face. She must be tapped in, man. Shout out Mama, man. Mama watching the show. She said you cannot move. Hey, look, all right, trust me. My mama know, man, I am not a cold person. So I'm gonna tell you right now, that cold, she know I ain't going not a damn place. You feel me? Like, ain't no way I'm moving to that cold. Hey, summer, hey, maybe when we make it big, y'all, we'll have a summer house up there. You know what I mean? A summer somewhere on the lake, because y'all do got some beautiful lakes and stuff up there, man. You know, so you know, get a little lake house. I could do that. But hey, when the winter come around, boy, your boy going south. You feel me? That just is what it is, man. Let's go. I'm going south, baby. For sure. But so I see and I like your take on that. You know, I'm thinking, so this was our thinking earlier this morning when I did an early morning show with Coach. Our thinking was, look, we see what they do, like with Metellus, right? With Josh Metellus. And first of all, man, shout out Josh Metellus, man. You know what I mean? Let's give Josh Metellus.
He got paid.
He got paid. He got paid. He needed that. First of all, he needed that. And second of all, he deserved that too. You know what I mean? There was talks. It was starting to get to the point where people were starting to talk and say, maybe we can replace him. He's replaceable. Oh, we can get this man. Listen, man, we don't need to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, relax. I'm glad he got paid. I want to see him in purple and gold, and now he's going to be in purple and gold for at least 3 years. So shout out to the team for doing that. But we talked about with Dallas Turner, could he be like the box version? What I mean by that is, could he be the guy where they even line him up at defensive tackle on some formations? Like when you think about Brian Flores, I wouldn't put it past him. Like to where like you have to look at him as he can either be on the left side, he can be on the right side of the line, he can be middle linebacker, outside linebacker, one formation, and even lined up in front of on right in front of the center and hit that A and B gap. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine him wrecking a game going up the middle in the A and B gap, bro, just based off of speed on top of just the athletic ability and power he has, and just causing havoc like that? I mean, I that's kind of a vision I have right now, low key.
He's also put on some weight.
Yeah,
he's bigger than they were last year, so you could slide him inside. You could shoot the gaps with him. You know, the thing with Flores is he can do different schemes, different ways of moving these linebackers around. That's where I really like what he's doing. Don't forget, we still got Bo Richter, we still got Gabe Murphy. I mean, we got
and people forget about that, man. That's one thing. You know, it's not just our fan base. I think it's a lot of people where, you know, because me and Coach were talking about this morning too. Like we see players now where we're like, okay, this year we got the baddies, we got the Silas Boldens. You see these players and you're like, these are the new shiny toys, right? So like as a fan, naturally you're gonna gravitate because you're gonna naturally just say, oh, these are new players. I expect big things. But we can't forget about the guys that last year we got. Like I challenge all Vikings fans to go and just pull a list out of the guys we got last year that are still on the team in some capacity and go check out what they've been doing in the offseason and give them guys some type of respect as well. Because them guys ain't just sitting on their hand. They working. Like Bo, for example. I mean, that's disrespect to think some new guy that we just got just gonna come and step on Bo. Bro, Bo ain't having that. He not trying to hear that. Like you see them videos with Bo, man. Bo Bill, he ready. You know what I mean? He ready. And I'm excited, man. We need that. We need
Hell,
that.
I'd almost put Bo Richter inside linebacker.
Yeah. Hey,
I would. But the linebackers, you can, they're so interchangeable. The scheme is gonna be, put it this way, Flores has a lot of toys to work with.
Yeah.
Now he gets to scheme for these offenses that he's facing some quarterbacks this year that ain't that good in the first place.
True.
He can make their life a living hell on Sunday. And then he's got some veterans out there that he could do the same thing too. So I'm excited to see this defense.
So are you more excited to see the defense or are you more excited to see the offense? Where do you think this team's identity is going to be? I mean, I feel like, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard the past couple years to really like figure out, were we a defensive team or offensive team? I don't really know because, yeah, our offense was shaky at times, but our defense was shaky at times too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Last year, I think our defense was a little more consistent throughout the entirety of the season. But like for the most part, it's hard to really tell if we're like a defense identity team or if we're an offense identity team. I don't really know. What do you feel? What do you feel about that?
Slight edge to offense.
Okay.
Because you have Addison, you have Jefferson, and last year that offense was able to put up 14 wins with Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
So, but they work hand in hand.
But because we led the league in takeaways too, though.
Yeah.
On the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. So it's almost like Brian Flores finally got the defensive players that he wants that fit his scheme.
Yeah.
Compared to what he had before. And I don't even want to talk about Donatel.
Oh man, Donna Shell, man. Ooh wee.
I
mean, that's just a reminder of things can go south quick as hell, bro. Got to be careful what we wish for.
Exactly, and but it's more of an offensive team. But I think this is where it all comes down to KLC.
Yeah,
as an offensive play caller, don't put your defense in positions that make their work harder for them. Whatever that is, play calling, turnovers, whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody works together,
right?
And they feed off each other. So it all starts with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. Which as much as I talk about his play calling, I got to give him credit. Mm-hmm. He's got this team at a level that they believe that these guys can go to the big dance and win it all.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a culture with this team that, you know what, this is how we do it. And we're going to go out there and show it. And we're going to kick your ass.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
So he does do that. He just has those moments where he has those lapses. That's where it gets frustrating. But guess what? Bud Grant did the same thing. Denny Green did the same thing. Jerry Burns definitely did the same thing. So it's a head. You get frustrated with your head coach, but the respect is there for him. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens this year. My guy, I wanted Jim Harbaugh.
You did want Jim Harbaugh. I remember that. You wanted Jim Harbaugh.
I was big on Harbaugh, and I still like Harbaugh.
Hey, look, I'll say this: if we had Harbaugh, we would have had the same quarterback we got right now. That's for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
JJ McCarthy would have been a Viking either.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. He plays Harbaugh this year.
Yeah, that's going to be the storyline.
That's going to be story, and there's going to be some stuff that came.
And it's a Thursday night. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Thursday night, and there's going to be some stuff coming out about when they did the whole hiring process, which I had talked about before. So that's going to be brought out in the open. Mm-hmm. So be prepared for that one, folks. But right now, at this moment, we got the right head coach in Kevin O'Connell.
No, for sure. I feel like that too. And obviously, I like Harbaugh. I mean, I'm a Michigan fan, so of course I like him. My concern with Harbaugh was he is who he is, and which isn't a bad thing. But I just think I just don't think he would be willing to change. That was my issue.
The concern with Harbaugh was he's too much like Zimmer.
Yes,
he's an old school type of coach.
He's stuck in his ways, bro. He wants to control. It's gonna be his way or the highway, and that's just what it is.
And I'm old school too.
Exactly. So I get it.
So I'm like, okay, he's the head coach. This is what he wants for his team. I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah. I'm
not gonna be one of those players. I'm not doing that. It's like shut up. Go to another team.
No, facts. I get you on that.
It's like you lucky you playing football, dude. You're lucky you're doing this.
I get you on that.
You could be in the real world and your ass would be lost.
Yeah, like me and you. You're doing
exactly. You could be doing this shit.
You could be doing a live stream right now, talking. You know what I mean? Talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say though, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I wouldn't trade this shit for anything, man. I love every single one of you guys. You guys keep me going for sure. This is one of my favorite hobbies that I've ever picked up, man. And I'm a type of guy that has done a lot of hobbies in my life, whether it was making music, fishing. I mean, I'm always looking for something to do. And I got to say, picking up this microphone and doing the Vikings podcast, starting that back in 2023 was one of the best decisions of my life. Just mental health, everything about it, man. So shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. This shit is amazing. I'm going to keep doing it.
Put it out there. I didn't think anybody wanted to hear what the hell I had to say about anything.
Oh, the people love you.
This.
The people love TB, man. Shit, man, they love TB, man. You know what I mean? Because you know your stuff. And again, what I like about you and what I respect about you and why I gravitated towards you is, like I stated at the beginning of the show, we're similar when it comes to talking about the team. I mean, you're not going to hold back. We don't work for the team. Like we don't hold any obligation to say everything is okay, everything is fine. We're in a space where we can say, nah, F that, bro. We don't agree with that. And we think that's wrong. Now, yes, it's still opinionated, but still, yeah, at least we're expressing it how you should express it. So, you know what I mean? And that's a blessing to be able to do that without having to be butterflies and roses every
right.
Fucking.
And with us also, we're not saying it to be negative. We're not saying it for clicks. We're saying it because we see it.
Right.
We see it. And if we see it, why can't the brass see it?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I mean, yeah, I've played football, coached football, whatever, studied football.
Yeah.
But I never got to the level that, you know, the guys are at now, that those Viking coaches and everybody are at. But it's like, I'm seeing things. It's like, I know damn well you are seeing it too.
Yeah. Nah, facts.
But you're not making adjustments. And that's what drives me up a wall.
Yeah, no, facts. Shout out Norse in the building, man. Shout out my guy Norse, man. Let's go, man. Shout out Norse in the house, man. Hey, I told Norse earlier, I said, hey, look, man, I'm gonna have TB on. You know, we're gonna go down memory lane here a little bit with some Vikings Vintage. I said, man, I need the OGs in the building to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, because hey, I can't have but such a deep conversation with TB. You know what I mean? Like for sure, I don't know too much. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean? I'm be honest. You start naming certain players in the 70s and shit, man, I'm out. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm gonna close my mouth and listen. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Shout out Two Tone in the building too, man. I see you, Two Tone, man. Mark Phil said, hey, y'all stay tuned with Camp Notes. Stay on the live. Shout out my guy Mark. He tapping in. And then real quick, man, with the $5, man. The $5 bingo, man. We got George Blunt, man. He said, great to see Tony Bell, man.
What's going on, George?
Man. Hey, shout out Blunt in the building, man. Let's go. Joker said, respect TB takes, man, for sure, man. The people love TB ski, man. Let's go, man. Hey, I gotta get him on more often, man. Y'all piling in for my boy. We going viral. Shout out. Mike Sports Bob said, how do y'all feel about the overall health of the offensive line? I'll let you touch on that, TB.
Right now, I'm a little leery because you've got two people coming off injuries.
Yeah.
Pretty, Darasol and Fries, who you just paid money to get.
Yeah.
But they're not starting on the pup list, so I guess that's a good thing. I don't know how many reps they're going to get because I don't think they're going to play in preseason. I wouldn't play any of them preseason. So they're not going to get any real reps until Chicago. I'm hoping Darasol can hold up for the year. Knees are tricky.
Yeah.
Especially the one he had. I hope for the health of this team, that offensive line can hold up. But right now, this is the best offensive line I've seen the Vikings have in a few years.
Okay.
From Darasol, Jackson, Kelly, Fries, O'Neal.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, I'd play behind that line.
You'll feel protected, right?
Right. I like and the Donovan Jackson pick was perfect. We needed a guard, and the day one starter. He can also play tackle. He's got that flexibility, but he is a guard.
Yeah.
Overall health, I feel good about it. We'll see as camp goes on, if there's more to it. Now, keep in mind, with injuries, especially with the Vikings, they won't tell you how bad an injury is until all of a sudden you start asking questions, and then they have to be like, okay, yeah, we got to put it out there. It's bad.
Yeah. Are you hinting towards the Justin Jefferson type of deal, or are you hinting more towards the Will Fries type of deal?
I'm hitting towards Fries, Jefferson, and Darasol.
Oh wow. Okay. I remember the famous, tweaked it. It's only a tweak. I remember Zimmer, the famous tweaked it. You know what I mean? I remember that. I'll say this. I don't think that this staff operates quite like that. I mean, I'm gonna think that as a Vikings fan, just based off of what I've seen so far. I would hate for them to do that type of shit. You know what I mean? Because Zimmer killed me with that shit. You know, just tell us what it is, bruh. Like for real, bro. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like you can hide the shit. We ain't gonna see him for 8 weeks. We know it's serious.
but here's the difference between Zimmer and KLC. Now, this is where you got to give KLC credit.
Okay.
KLC can double talk his ass off. KLC can say something and make it sound like it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Where he knows how to use his words to make you think everything is fine. That's where I give KLC credit. He can talk his shit.
Yeah, he's a smooth talker.
Where Zimmer was just an oaf.
Yeah.
You know, Zimmer's like one word. What did you see what he did? I mean, why do you think I cut him? You know, stuff like that. I see him at practice every day. Right. So, you know, but with KLC, he's got that thing where he'll get up there and he'll tell you it's a tweak. We're gonna look at it. We're evaluating it every day, and we'll keep close tabs on it and stuff like that. So, I mean, but when it comes to injuries like that, especially your top tier guys, your starters, I'm always worried because I don't know if I want Brando playing the left tackle.
Yeah. Hey man, shout out Malik Mallory. He said Rap got 5K in 2 years, 10K by the end of the season, production top notch, and he's consistent. And he got collabs with Minnesota Staples states away. Bro be grinding, more blessings and opportunities coming, man. Shout out Malik, man. Hey, listen, man. Shout out to you, man. That's a fire ass comment right there. Thank you so much, my good sir, man. Appreciate you as always. Hey, they want you to go down and tell us a story. And I'm curious too, TB, about Matt Blair. Tell me a little bit about Matt Blair, man. Did you watch him?
Oh my God, Matt Blair.
What about Matt Blair, man? What's to him, man? What's to him, man? Tell a game story, man. A good game you remember back in the day, man, where he balled out on some motherfuckers.
I'll tell you what, there were many games that the Vikings won because Matt Blair either blocked a punt, field goal, or an extra point. Okay. Everybody talks about Walter Payton's 275-yard game in 77.
Yeah.
That was, for a little history here, that was the Vikings' first game after Tarkenton's injury, so the offense was out of sync.
Okay.
Walter Payton runs for 275 yards, only getting the end zone once. But the only score the Vikings had was Matt Blair blocking a punt and returning it for a touchdown. He did all that by himself.
Wow.
Matt Blair was that he could come up with big plays. He could come up with a timely sack. He could come up with the big play, and blocking kicks was his specialty. I almost want to think Bud Grant kind of drafted him for that. Bud was very much, the Vikings used block kicks as a source of scoring. And Matt was so good at it to the point that, I mean, if teams had to go for if the 2 points were legal back then, I'm sure many teams would have went for 2 because there's no way they were going to make an extra point with Matt Blair jumping up there to block it.
What? So he's like that, man? Shout out Matt Blair.
He was all pro. Oh, he went to 6 straight Pro Bowls.
All right, so let me do this, man. While we're talking about it, go ahead. You can continue. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna pull up a picture here of Matt Blair for us while we're talking, because I like this shit, man. This is one of the reasons, man. You know, I wanted my boy on here. Let's see which.
That's Matt.
There we go.
All
so
right.
we got Matt Blair, man, number 59.
Yeah, number 59. Yep,
that's him, man. Oh, R.I.P. to him too. Okay.
Yeah, he's been gone a few years.
Okay. All right, man. Matt Blair, man. Shout out Matt Blair, man. Let's go. The legend. See, these are things that I love. You know, I said this was the opportunity tonight was to, ask you a couple things, and people in the chat, we got some OGs in the building for sure that I truly respect. And this is y'all's night, man.
And here's another thing too with Matt Blair. For right after Marshall, Page got traded, was gone, L was gone. The defense had those lulls. Well, Matt Blair carried that defense for about 6 years. He was the star of that defense. We didn't have the big names, but we had Matt Blair, who was a consensus All-Pro, and he was I call him Mr. Playmaker. He can make a play on defense. When you least expected or needed it, there was Matt Blair.
Wow. I gotta say, man, chat, listen, real quick, man. We gotta hit the, oh, never mind. All right, never mind. It updated. I was about to say, we gotta hit the like button. Y'all tripping. I thought it only had 12 likes. I'm about to say, hold up, man. How we got 40-some people in here and 12 likes, man? Y'all done bumped y'all. God damn it. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure you hit the like button if you didn't, man. Wipe your feet at the dinner, man. Let's go. Shout out Matt Blair, man. Let's see if anybody else said anything about him. Despite Walter did us bad. Let's see. Just let me know when we have our boy Mark. Mark wanna go ahead. Hey Mark, go ahead. Come on, let me text him. Let's get him in real quick and ask about some camp real quick, Tony. Let's see.
All right. Sounds good.
Let's have him tell us about some quick camp notes, man. We get him in here real quick, man. I think this would be good for us to be able to pick his brain really quick. Hold on, y'all, and we'll go back on X with TB, man. We'll look up some other vintage players, man. Because I like it. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not versed enough to do a full vintage show with you. That's why I'm really trying to link you up with Purple Papa. I know I was just talking to him the other day where he got a new job recently, like within the last couple of weeks. And he's like on the road. Like he drove all the way. He's from Ohio. He was all the way down in Mississippi and all this stuff this week.
Right.
Driving. So it's trying to find that balance, but we're going to try to get something together, man. We got to get the Vikings Vintage show back on the road. I
gave you guys my number, so.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we got Mark in the building, man. My guy, man. Let's go.
Purple Gang. How's it
What's
going?
good, man?
Hey. I got some camp notes for you guys. Let's go.
Let's go, man. I'm ready for you, man. So hold on. Let me see if I can put you in the middle. All right.
I like that. All right. So I'm sitting here at Omni Hotel, right outside TCO. I can see TCO when I, look out the window.
Look at my boy, man, living it up, man. He had to throw that out there. Yeah, I'm right. VIP. Yeah.
Hey, just, I need y'all to stay with me because I hit the bar a little earlier, all right? But I do have the camp notes, Right now I got my personal phone set up, but I got the work phone right here, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go. It looked good. Let's go.
Hey, so I need chat. Let me know what y'all want to hear first,
So let's do this. Yeah, let's let the chat ask some questions, man. And so y'all make Mark go to the notes, man. What kind of questions and TB, if you got anything you want to ask him off the bat right now, 2 hour waiting about camp today, man, go ahead and shoot, man. You know what I mean? Because I got 1,001 questions I can start popping off right now just because I want to see some things, man.
The only thing I can think of right off the top of my head is how did the other wide receivers look outside of Addison and Jefferson?
Look, all right, so obviously Justin Jefferson's our wide receiver 1, right? Mm-hmm. And we got Addison, wide receiver 2. I believe it's going to be Jalen Naylor, wide receiver 3. And then after that, it's a toss-up.
Yeah.
It's a toss-up.
So did Felton show any flashes today?
Did Felton show anything?
All right, so quick disclaimer. I'm going to put that out there. It's one training camp. I can go off of what I seen today. All right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't pads. I didn't do my research. Today, they had no pads on, so I can't really get into the D-line and the O-line and all that. Mm-hmm. But we did see the quarterbacks, the wide receivers, DBs, and all that. It's really a toss-up with the wide receivers, to be honest. After Jalen Naylor,
when you say it, Mark, because let me try to gauge this the right way, because I'm based off of the energy that I'm getting from you, man. Let me know if I'm on to something here. You pretty much saying after Jordan Addison,
it's a drop.
This room looking sad. That's what it looked like to me and sound like to me. I mean, I'm just saying, bro. I need to hear a little bit more, bro. What's going on, man? For real.
Things are subject to change. I'll say that things are subject to change. But
so pretty much Felton and all them other motherfuckers been dropping passes all day. I got you. All right, cool.
So,
we got some work to
all right,
do.
I'll start off with this. I'm gonna go to the camp notes. I'm gonna go to the camp notes here. All right, you guys, because I have a lot written down. All right.
Okay.
So we start off the camp. They do their stretches, and then we have punt returns. So they start doing their punt return drills with the special teams. A lot of guys back there. All right. So we have Bolton. Silas Bolton was back
Bolden.
there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, Bolden. Yep. Rondell Moore was back there. Miles Price. Miles Price sighting
Which
back
Miles
there.
Price wearing 31, I don't like that shit. I'm gonna keep it real,
Yeah.
man. That shit that rubbed me, man, when I seen that video where I'm like, who's number 31? Like,
And
why
see,
they do that?
Kyrie's from my area, so I'm a rock with Kyrie.
Yeah, I don't like
So
that shit.
Kyrie's from my area, so we'll see who makes the team. 31 still might be available. I don't
You
know.
got to remember the numbers are limited anyways. Training camp, so if
Yeah,
somebody gets
I
cut,
know.
they'll probably
Yeah.
change it. I mean,
For
you
sure.
know who needs to change your number? Ivan Pace Jr. Who the hell wears 0 on defense?
Hey, whoa.
Hey,
Wait a
No,
minute.
no, no. I'm gonna put this out
Wait a
there.
minute now.
No,
Wait a minute now.
I'm gonna put it.
Wait a minute
Who
now.
the hell wears 0?
Hey, wait a minute now.
What do you got? If you got 0, what do you have? Nothing. Okay.
Hey, look, man. Hey, 0 look good on Ivan Pace, man. Relax.
Yes, sir.
Relax.
No. Double 0 would look awesome.
Yes,
Double
sir.
0 would look awesome. 0 don't intimidate nobody.
Hey, 0 yards. Ivan Pace is giving 0 yards.
0 yards, baby. Let's go.
We had Jay-Sean Jones. Jones was back there.
Okay.
I think he played in Maryland with Ty Felton.
Okay. All right.
And we had Naylor. Naylor definitely is not skinny as he used to be. So what they were saying is completely true. He put
Looks like he got some muscle
on him. Yeah, he put a little muscle on him.
All right, so he bulky. Okay.
Oh yeah. So now we're getting to Felton.
He's scratching the head. God damn, man. This shit already, man. Listen.
Now
I don't know. When you do that scratching the head thing, I'm like, okay, this is not gonna be good.
Now, quick disclaimer: I'm only going by today. I can only talk about what I've seen today. All right.
Okay.
So they started drills. Felton had a drop. It's not the end of the world, but he did have a drop. Silas Bolden also had a drop. Again, not the end of the world. They was doing some pass drills. It could be the quarterback, it could be the wide receivers, right? Now, something I need to get into. I'm pretty sure you guys already know this JJ to JA connection.
It's crazy.
JJ to JA connection. Something serious.
It's gonna be the real. That's the real combo. It's gonna be more JA than JJ.
Yeah,
it might be.
It'll probably set up Justin. It'll probably set up Justin in the red zone. But for a lot of the passes between the 20s, that's probably going to be Jordan Addison.
Yeah,
and it was getting a lot of deep balls in too.
Yeah,
it was getting a lot of deep balls.
Now we just have to work. Here's what sucks: we got to wait for the NFL to figure out if they're going to suspend him or not. It's gone. It's a given thing they're going to. They need to announce it so we know, so the team knows.
Yeah.
So I was sitting beside a guy today earlier, and he said he was doing some research, and he did some research on a guy who also had a DUI, and he had no day suspension. So don't know if Jordan Addison might get that lucky. I don't know if the league knows about his first incident. So hopefully, it's not nothing.
The league knows.
Yeah, they know. Yeah, I'm sure they know.
Yeah. So we can only hope for the best with Jordan Addison. We most definitely need Jordan Addison out there. I'm gonna say
absolutely.
That. I'll get into the rest. And I'll get into the rest. Now, I have a lot of notes here, man.
Let's go. Let's go, man. I'm glad you. Hey, first of all, thank you for doing this shit, bro. Like for real, man. It's nice.
It was very hot when I was waiting in line because I stayed close to the TCO and I was waiting in line for like 2 hours. It was very hot. I was not ready for this weather. I can tell you that now. And as the heat is beaming on me and I'm sweating, I got my sunblock on and it's beaming on me. Just like North said, I thought, what would beat writer Judge Zolgad do? So I said, nah, Purplegang need their notes. I'm gonna stay out here in the sun. And I'm going to get my notes. So I stayed out there. You know what I mean?
Let's go, man. Hey, taking one for the team, baby. Let's go.
But, all right, now I'm going to get into the quarterbacks, all right? Because I feel like everybody needs to know this with the quarterbacks, all right?
Yeah.
So obviously JJ's our quarterback number one. All right, not big news.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you guys this again. Disclaimer: this is only today. This is only going by today. If JJ get hurt, it's not looking too good.
Oh man,
It's not looking too good. So what it's looking like is Sam Howell is taking second team reps. All right. So he's going with the second team guys. It was weird because they had second and third string wide receivers going with JJ, but Sam Howell's obviously right now second team, and I had faith in Sam Howell, right? Because I said, he was started for my Commanders because I am from the DC area.
yeah.
He was a starter for them, and I was like, I have faith in him. Today, we can obviously see he needs more time with the team. His timing is off. He holds the ball way too long, way too long. I don't know what it is. Red zone, they had red zone drills. It's a sack. All right, it's a sack almost every play. All right, he's
Wow.
holding the ball way too long. Don't know if it's the timing or if he's not going through his progressions right. But Sam Howell, he had two missed passes. It was kind of underthrown. He had multiple passes. Red zone, there was 2 reps where he couldn't get the ball off. One of them, it seemed like his timing was off. He had number 4, I believe it was Rondale Moore that
Rondale
was
Moore.
open. Yeah, he had Rondale Moore open. I guess he got it. He looked over too late. Coverage came, he couldn't pass it there. And then another one where defense actually did their job. The coverage was good, and he had to take off. But he needs more time. He needs more
Okay.
time with the team. All right.
Man.
He does this thing. So good news. I'm gonna give you guys some good news. JJ has this thing where you can clearly tell he's quarterback number one, right? He sits in the pocket, he goes through his progression. When the pocket's closing in, he'll step into the pocket and then he'll give it off, right? It looks, A plus.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Howell has this thing where he hikes the ball, the pocket's closing, and then he'll kind of do that Sam Darnold kind of twist to the outside, and now we're playing playground football,
Yeah.
and you can't see what's down the field, and then it either turns into realistically it would be a sack, because everybody don't have pads on right now, so or he's probably gonna have to scramble for some yards.
You
I
can
think
see
he
the
needs time.
difference. You can see the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
difference
can
in
definitely see
between
the
JJ
difference.
and him. Okay.
You can definitely see the difference. Brett Rippon came in, wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. He was doing his thing out there. Brett
Okay.
Rippon was doing his thing. Surprisingly, Max Brosner, very
That's
intriguing
your boy,
guy.
TB.
Bosmer's gonna make the team.
That's TB boy, man.
Hey,
Let's
He's
go.
gonna make the team.
Okay.
Max Brosner, he's very intriguing. They did the red zone drills. Again, Sam Howell holding the ball too long probably would have been a sack. Max pretty quick with it. You at the red zone, you have to, the time is quicker. You have to find the guys in spacing because you have that condensed field. And Max on time, under 3/1000s, he's getting the ball off. So Max Brosner, he made some plays out there. Is it
Okay.
Brosner?
It's
Am I saying that
Brosmer.
right?
It's
Brosmer.
Brosner. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Max Brosmer. He
Yeah.
was. They kind of ran the same type of offense at the University of Minnesota, so
Okay.
he's familiar with it. But he's a local guy. I think he makes the team.
Yeah.
To
I
be
think he makes the
honest,
team.
Now, TB, do you see him? Based off of what we hear from Mark, do you see him competing with your boy Sam Howell? Like as when you say make the team, are you saying QB3 or even possibility of QB2 type
He's
of
going to
deal?
take Rippon's spot. For that's QB3.
It sounds like Rippon might take
But
fucking Sam
Rippon-
Howell's spot, according to Mark.
But I mean, I'm telling you right now, if Howell doesn't cut it, I mean, we traded for him.
Yeah.
I don't think it
Yeah.
costs us anything if Brosmer plays his ass off.
Yeah.
It shows it, and he doesn't. He shows he can be a capable number 2.
Yeah.
Go with him, and he's on a rookie. He's looking like a free agent contract. So that all plays into it.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Golly. So,
Yeah.
well, at least we know that JJ is miles ahead of the other guys.
Yes.
It seems like, you know
Yes.
what I
Mhm.
mean. To be the younger player on the team. I mean, shit, we good.
Yeah, and it's a good thing because we have a clear number one. On the other side, it's like if something, I'm gonna knock on wood. I'm knocking on my desk right now. If something happens to JJ, it's a toss up.
The
Yeah,
only
we
thing
Toss
we can,
up.
if something should happen to JJ, the only thing we can take comfort in is that whoever the quarterback is, he's got KLC as a coach. And
And
right
that
now,
is true.
KLC is that quarterback guru.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you can get serviceability out of a backup,
Yeah.
we should be okay. With the defense we have, you've got to run the ball. KLC
Yeah.
has to run the ball this year.
Yes.
That would help it. That's going to help JJ. That would help any quarterback.
So, Mark, did you see anything on the corners? Delton got one right here. Zamiah Vaughn, because there was a lot of talk about Zamiah
Hey,
Vaughn and then Nudie. What's going on with those two fellas, man?
so Nudie, I didn't see too much of. So Zamiah Vaughn, he's my Mr. Mankato. So I was
Okay,
watching
so he
Zamiah.
doing his thing.
I was watching Zamiah. Now it seems like Zamiah needs a little more time with this defense. Um, there was a time where they did red zone drills and Zamiah was on Rondell Moore. Something happened where he kind of got tripped up and the guy was wide open. All right.
Okay.
He made the catch. It wasn't a touchdown or anything, but you know, things happen, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Um, which kind of brings me to Rondell Moore. He's wearing Powell's number, right? Number 4. And he's almost the same size as Powell, right? Short
Yeah.
Yeah.
guy. Um, he's on the smaller side, and when it came to the red zone, like I seen Zamiah Vaughn, he was bullying this guy. All
Wow.
right,
Mhm.
yeah. So
Okay.
Zamiah Vaughn is a very
Because he's
picky
bigger.
guy.
Yeah, and he's bigger,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes. And as I'm seeing that, I'm thinking to myself, like, will this be a problem in the actual real game, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm a small guy myself. He's probably not that much taller than I am. All right,
Okay.
so
Right.
um, and there was a time where they had Rondell Moore on wideout. I don't know why, because Powell was never a wideout type of guy too. Again, they're the same
Rondell
size.
Moore is really a slot.
Yeah, slot receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where he should have played. I know there was this one time where it seemed like he was going on a go route
Mhm.
and the guy was right there. It was no separation. They tried to throw the ball his way. It sailed over him. I don't know why they tried him at wideout.
Is Rondell
But
coming off an injury?
He is.
he
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
is. And again, I'm not gonna put it too much on them because some of these guys they have to learn the system.
Yeah.
They gotta kind of gel with the team a little more. So like the new guys, I give them a little slack. Like again, you know, uh, Vaughn is my Mr. Mankato, so I'm gonna give him a little time to kind of get up to speed and all that. But I was
Yeah.
watching Rondell Moore. Um, I do have some other things. Oh, so going back to JJ, so this JJ to
Okay.
JA connection is very nice, right?
Hmm.
But someone else also has a very good connection with JJ, and that's Mr. TJ Hawkinson.
TJ
Mr.
Hawkinson, man. Let's
TJ
go.
Hawkinson.
And he loves to throw to his tight ends. JJ's
Yeah.
always been one. Even at Michigan, he loved to throw to his tight ends.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir. That
So
that
touch on
that
that. Touch on that. What'd you see
oh
today,
yeah.
man?
So that JJ to TJ. Hey, I'm not talking about check downs. I'm talking about actual throws to TJ. It's coming together. I haven't seen, again, this is my first training camp, so I haven't seen the JJ to JJ connection. But that JA to TJ connection is definitely
so they
there.
actually got TJ running seam routes and stuff like that.
Oh
Is that
yeah, they got one
true?
in routes.
Okay.
They have one
Okay.
in routes.
And
So
he looks 100% healthy. Like TJ,
he
he looked
do.
like he's full of a different type of energy this year.
Oh
Because I
yeah,
think
he do.
that's what's important is him being able to get this full training camp under his belt to where last year it was kind of just getting
And
thrusted
I
in there in the middle
think
of the
I want to
season.
say this is the last year of his contract.
Yeah. So he
Uh,
playing for that bag, one more bag.
He's playing for one more
yeah,
payday.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna see a lot of that. We have Max. Uh, Max might beat some guys out. I'll tell you that. So now we're getting to the backfield, right? So I saw a little Aaron Jones and I saw a little of Jordan Mason. I actually seen Aaron Jones at the hotel that I'm at yesterday. You know, he was signing a couple autographs before he went to his room and stuff.
Mhm.
Okay.
Clear, distinct difference with their running style. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Obviously, we know how Aaron Jones play for us. You know, quick, shifty, smooth with his runs. Jordan Mason is definitely more of a power guy. Not as fast and smooth as Aaron Jones, but dude is
He
Mason.
looked, when I
he's
seen
big.
a video of him today, he looks bigger than what I remember him being. Like I didn't
He's
remember him
definitely
being
big.
like a more stock, like his legs and everything
Oh
paused is
yeah.
necessary. Like he just seems like
Well, remember when
a
he
bigger dude than
So,
I thought he was more like more of an athletic build, quicker type running back. But now that when I seen him today, I'm like, hold on. Now I kind of get where you're going though. I could see
well,
more of a
remember when he
power.
played us last year, he was running over some folks.
Yeah.
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 So he's kind of like that. He's going to be the power, where I think Aaron's going to be kind of the speed.
The finesse and
But
speed.
here's
Yeah.
the problem with Aaron, and we all worry about this. Aaron tends to break down as the season goes. So having Mason helps him out. Here's my question: who's going to be the number 3 running back?
Did you see Trey Stewart?
So I did see Chandler out there. I
Okay.
see Trey Stewart. And I see a lot of guys don't know who this is, but there's a guy named Scott.
Xavier
Xavier
Scott.
Scott.
Xavier
Okay.
Xavier
Scott.
Scott. He was
Yep.
with the team last year, but I believe he was practice squad. Um, Another intriguing guy. Another intriguing guy.
Okay.
So with the practice, it seems like he's a little of a dual threat type of guy. I seen him catching
Mhm.
checkdowns, and I seen him running. Um, Now he flashed. He flashed. Xavier Scott flashed. Last year I didn't really know much about him. They didn't show any videos about him and stuff. But now that I'm coming to see these guys live, Xavier Scott he flashed a little today.
Okay.
Xavier's Trey Stewart he's deep in that depth chart, so we probably might not see him. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. But when it comes to running back number 3. It could be a toss up. It could be a toss up. Now, me
Okay.
personally, I would say Chandler because we know what Chandler does and we've seen Chandler flash. But obviously it don't seem like the team is, as high as Chandler as we are, right? I didn't see any of the pass blocking from the running backs today. But that's something to look out for. Xavier Scott. Xavier Scott.
Xavier Scott. Okay. All right. We
Mhm,
gotta keep an eye on him, man. That's a
mhm.
name that I wasn't thinking about for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. Um, Well, sweet. So obviously Bartholomew was not playing today. So we had TJ Hawkinson, we had Josh Oliver, and we had Eurosec.
Yeah,
Eurosec,
so yeah, Jurasic. Yeah, yeah.
Eurosec.
Norse was asking about him. What's up with him, man? Anything you see anything out of him?
So we had a drill where it was Max to Eurosec. Nice catch. Max
Okay.
fitting into a tight hole. Eurosec came with a nice catch. I believe it was in the red zone, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and me personally, I've seen plays and highlights and stuff. I'm bigger on Eurosec than I am on Bartholomew, to be honest.
Okay.
Um, so we'll see how the tight end depth chart goes. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be T.J. Hawkinson and then T.J. Oliver and then whoever they choose behind that. And we had another tight end, Giovanni. I can't say his last name, but Giovanni. He
Is
had a
that the
nice.
kid from North Carolina? I think that's
Let's
the
see.
is it I think don't we got a tight end from North Carolina? I think he was from North Carolina, light skinned dude.
Uh,
Or that's Bryson, isn't it? I think his name's like Bryson or something, the North Carolina kid, UDFA. Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Nesbitt.
Nesbitt. Nesbitt. As a matter of
Nesbitt.
fact, Delton's asking about Nesbitt. Yeah, did you see anything with
So
Nesbitt? That's the
I didn't see Nesbitt. And if he did have some reps, I didn't see it. There's a
okay.
lot going on, but I didn't see anything from Nesbitt. They did have a lot of guys on the sideline too. Because it don't seem like because first team's going to give their reps, second team's going to give their reps, third team third string is going to get a little bit, fourth string maybe is kind of more of the quarterbacks. And then you have all these other guys that kind of just stayed on the side for the entirety of the practice, really, to be honest. So if you're
Yeah.
buried really deep into that depth chart, you're probably not seeing the field. Well, at least today
At least
they weren't
today,
seeing the
yeah.
field.
Yeah. I think when they get the pads on, they kind of let everybody go out there and see how they can really do with some contact. And
Have they had the pads on yet?
no, I think that's Monday.
Negative.
Monday's first pad practice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't do my research. I thought the pads was coming on, and I found out the pads were coming on. So I might have to come back out here for maybe.
Yeah, I was about to
when the
say
pads
you gotta
come
get you out there, man. You gonna be what's the dude? What's the black dude name that we got, man? That from Minnesota that what they wound up letting go too, man. What was his name again, man? Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Dude used to drive the golf cart around and shit. Worked for the Vikings. Gabe.
Yeah.
Yeah. My boy gonna be Gabe replacement out here, man. Let's go, man.
Oh man. I got a lot. So going to the defense, right? So I couldn't really see too much with the defense. Because it seemed like it was a more offensive productive day today.
Yeah.
But I did see, it seems like we're going to have a rotation with this pass rush team, all right? Because there was a time where I seen Gink in there, JG, Dallas, and then it seemed like there was having a rotation going on with these guys. So if I'm a betting man, Dallas Turner might have a lot more playing time this season.
Yeah,
a lot more.
Yeah,
Did you see like Tyler Batty? I think Tyler Batty. Did you see him? Big 92. Is he 92 on there?
Personally didn't see him.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody else on here, went over there and they can say if they seen him. I personally didn't see him. I did see a lot of the first string, and they had the second string there too. But when I was looking, I personally didn't see Batty on there. And again, they had a lot of guys on the sideline, so I'm guessing if the first three strings was probably getting reps, and then when it comes to the rest of the guys, like,
did you see Bo Ricker?
I didn't see Bo Richter. It was kind of hard to see the interior line too. I did see Hargrave out there. I saw LDR out there.
Okay.
Most importantly, because I was looking at the cornerbacks, so Jeff Okuda taking runs with the one.
What about Jeff taking runs with the one? Taking runs with the one? Let's go.
He was taking runs with the one. Now I'm not gonna say any crazy plays came out of this, but Jeff Okuda was running with the ones. Now I have to say this, so take this with a grain of salt because Hitman wasn't out there.
Okay.
He's
a veteran. He's not gonna get
right.
Yeah. So Metellus wasn't out there. Who else wasn't out there? So for the DBs and safety, you have Jay Ward and you had Theo Jackson out there.
Jay Ward's a name we keep slipping under the radar. Quasey loved Jay Ward.
I forgot Jay Ward was still on the team.
Yeah.
They love Jay Ward.
They love Jay Ward.
I don't know what it is, but they love Jay Ward.
I think the only time I've heard Jay Ward's name was he got called off sides against Tampa Bay 2 years ago and never heard anything else.
Hey, but remember, he had a hell of a game against the Arizona Cardinals his rookie year preseason. And like he had like a sack
and preseason.
Yeah, it's preseason. But hey, man, it's preseason. It's preseason.
Yeah, that's preseason. Like I said, it comes to where it counts. I've only heard his name once, and that was for a penalty. So other than that, but he's still here. So I'm like,
Quasey loves him. Quasey likes him because Quasey did a press conference and singled out Jay Ward. Like it wasn't even about anything, and he had to bring up Jay Ward, as like, oh yeah, we have players like Jay Ward who were really, you know what I mean? And this was just like after last season, so fairly new. So I mean, he's invested in Jay Ward. He sees something in him. I'll tell you that. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna see.
I wish somebody would show me so I can have that same kind of attitude towards him.
Yeah.
I'm with you guys. I was out there. I'm still trying to figure it out. Not saying he was booty, but I mean, I don't see what they love so much about this guy, but they love him.
It's decisions. It's what players like that. It's a head scratcher It's almost like, okay, you got pictures on somebody? What's up?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're with these guys every day, so hopefully, they know what they're talking about. Us as fans, we're not there all the time, so we don't know, but hopefully they know. I don't know. I didn't see
Yeah.
nothing today. So we had sightings from let me see if I pronounce this right. Michelle Powell.
Oh yeah, safety from
Safety.
Miami University.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a thumper.
Hey, so this guy, he had a pass breakup today. And so after Zemiah Vaughn, Michelle Powell, I told you, Rap, I said, hey, you gotta look at
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
He's a ball hawk.
Yeah.
We got to keep up with this guy. I'm gonna just put it like
Okay.
that. We got to keep up with him. And he had a lot of reps today too. So and again, some guys did not have reps. So
Now, when you
the
say
fact that
reps, was he repping with the twos or the threes? Like, how was he getting his reps?
I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure he was probably with the twos because
Being
again,
that Harrison wasn't there, who'd they have at the
So they had Theo Jackson and Jay Ward running with the ones when it came to the safety position.
Jay Ward running with the ones. Okay,
wow.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So again, it's early. Somebody might climb up the depth chart. Michelle Powell, I had high hopes for it, and I seen something from him today. So we're gonna.
I got to do that video for you. I got to do that video. I got the thumbnail, which is crazy. I created the thumbnail for it. I just need to do it. So I got to drop that before he take off. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Oh yeah, his highlights. He's a ball hawk. So I'm gonna stand by for him, but he had some flashes out there. I did see him out there, and keep in mind, there's a lot of undrafted free agents that didn't get on the field. So the fact that he's on the field is pretty promising.
Says
especially
something.
with that safety. Yeah.
Now, well, and the coaches will get a better look at him too, because I guess isn't New England coming here for a joint practice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you'll get a real look at these guys up against other talent. That'll
actual
be the
competition.
Right then we also play them in a preseason game too. So for all those that say you don't need preseason football, shut the hell up. Yes, you do.
So they said. So I seen a report, Mark, where they said Van Ginkel almost got another pick six. Like and
I heard that earlier week. He almost did.
Like that. Yeah. So he did it. He did it earlier this week. They said for sure. And then today they said he was this close again. Like,
what is it with that guy?
Did you see that?
So I did see a pass deflect. I thought it was JG. I'm not sure if it was Van Ginkel, but it was in the backfield. It seemed like one of the edge rushers got into the backfield, smacked the ball down, or maybe caught and it dropped. But I did see that. Who was that on? Let me see if I can find out who that was on. Yeah, I don't know exactly who it was on, but I thought it was JG. It looked like it came from the right side. Like if I'm looking at the offense, it was the right side. That's usually where JG is at. So I'm gonna probably say JG, but I don't have the videos on that.
So tell us some things that you've seen with JJ McCarthy that you feel he might have looked like he can use some work, if there was anything. Like, did you see it? That like, did anything, and maybe nothing popped out today in practice where, because as far as I'm concerned, the reports I'm seeing, JJ went the hell off today. You know what I mean? That's just what I'm seeing. But you were there, so I'm sure a lot of fans they only post the good shit. You know what I mean? Because they we're trying to hype our team up across the board. But what like the reality is, there's always I feel like there's always something where you can look at and be like, that it still seems a little shaky in that area. Was there an area that you like saw that stuck out to you with JJ McCarthy?
So if I had to be a stickler, there were some times where the ball was either under or overthrown. Like it just didn't get to the receiver. Nothing crazy. Again, you're not going to make 100% of the passes you make. But he did have some passes that didn't get there. But to be honest, man, it's not a lot. It's not a lot that he has to work on.
So in other words, he's human.
In other words, he's human. Like he had a couple normal little things that happen in every practice across the board. You know what I mean? Mahomes is gonna overthrow and underthrow during practice time and shit.
Put it this way: when we're talking about JJ, the way we're talking about him, right? So we're nitpicking on a couple of overthrown passes.
Yeah.
Thank God you're not Chicago.
Yeah.
Who have had to deal with what they're dealing with that whole damn offense and Caleb.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a breath of fresh air.
Nah, for sure. It feels good to hear from Mark too, you being there and really putting us on point on, hey, look, man, I gotta let y'all know JJ McCarthy looked like QB1 and he looked good at it. You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, yeah, Sam Howell may not be a world beater and Brett Rippon may not be a world beater, but for him to look miles ahead of those guys, it says a lot, you know, especially him being a 22-year-old kid, pretty much. You know what I mean? He's a man, but you know, when you're talking in that term, and him to be out there and take control, man. I want to ask you, because a lot of things that go around that we see is the way he commands pretty much respect and commands the team. Looks like the team rallies around him. Players, you know, they make a good play. They come up to him. They show him his respect. Like, are you seeing that feel? Like, are you as you're watching out there with JJ? Are you seeing the team gravitate towards him, the teammates and shit?
Now, I'm not sure if, you know, the vibes has changed, because keep in mind, this is the first time fans are actually coming out there. I'm not saying that it's not there. I personally didn't see it.
Okay.
You know, it just simple, you know, they call the play, he goes into the huddle, he calls the play, and then they break, you know, they go back, you know, they get to the line and then they run the play. I didn't see it personally. It just seemed like a normal just practice, but I'm pretty sure, you know, if they're saying it and everyone's saying it, I'm pretty sure it's a thing.
And plus, you know, weather today and you're out there practicing, it's unbearable, especially even with the shells on. So you're kind of like, yeah, we cool. you know,
we good on that, Brad.
Yeah, we good on
all that extra celebration shit today, dog.
But here's another thing too that you have to look at with JJ McCarthy is called maturity, which he has.
Yeah.
When you look at what's going on with the other team, it's such a cluster F with Caleb, and then Poles comes out and says he wanted to draft McCarthy.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm kind of like, yeah, if you really wanted to draft McCarthy, you would have pulled the trigger.
That
you know,
came
but
out
it's
after.
like, but the maturity level is so nice. You know, it's just like winter and summer with those two.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with Minnesota, we got a mature quarterback who is a competitive guy. He's the real deal.
Hey, no, Mark put us on point, man, with all that, man. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I feel good about it. You know, I'm gonna do a video strictly dedicated to it, man. You know what I mean? I love, hey, you know me, I'm a JJ McCarthy fan. Anytime I can hype my boy, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's real. Hopefully I don't have to eat crow. Hopefully I don't have to eat some crow.
Mark with his thing today got me worried about the wide receiver position.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie, boy. Hey, you started talking about them wide receivers, boy.
You got me worried about the wide receiver position.
So I'll say this, because it's bad news, but I also have some good news, because I have good news for rap. So we got his boy Silas Bowden. Bowden. Hey, he flashed a little out there. Silas Bowden definitely flashed a little out there. Now, it's a bad thing, a good thing, because after Jalen Naylor, you can see that it
quite the drop off.
It's quite a drop off, but really it seems like wide receiver 4 is literally up for toss, because then you started getting like random guys making plays like Miles Price,
Lucky Jackson.
Lucky Jackson. There was another guy.
Was Thayer Thomas out there?
So Thayer Thomas was there for the drills. I don't really remember him flashing on any of the 7-on-7 drills or anything like that. Has
Thayer been on this team, like the practice squad, for like the last few years?
Yeah, at least 2 years.
Yeah.
I believe,
2 years.
Yeah.
They gotta love something about Thayer.
They like him. Yeah, there's something about him they like. They definitely like him.
He's kind of that size he's got. I think he's one of the taller receivers.
Yeah.
They may be holding on to him thinking like, and I'm not just saying this because he's white, but I'm just saying they might be holding on to him thinking he could be another Adam Thielen type of play. Hey, let's hold on to him close. I see the development there. I see something, brewing there. Let's hold on to him as long as we can, and maybe there's an opportunity for him to come in and be that guy.
Till the roster cuts come out the first week, and then all of a sudden you get the Vikings sign a former Ram.
Yeah. Third string wide receiver that played with that Kevin O'Connell coached.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it's still good news though, because again, like after wide receiver 3, it's really a toss up. It's really a toss up because, like I said, Lucky Jackson was flashing a little. Um,
Yeah.
and then there was another guy. Who was it? Let me because I have over here my training camp book.
Let's
With all the
go.
names and the rosters and all that. So I'm trying to go back into it.
Man, you
But
gotta send, man. I wish you could have grabbed an extra one and mailed me, man.
yeah, I actually have two of them. One is
I'm
kind
about
of
to say, because I
tore
got
up.
some stuff from Mary. Shout out Queen Mary in the building, man.
Uh,
Oh
She sent
yeah.
me some magazines. I got a
Queen
calendar
Mary.
from Queen Mary, man. Shout out Queen Mary in the building,
Mhm.
man.
Jashawn Jones, like I said, he had some flashes. There was another guy. I'm trying to look on this roster. Lucky Jackson, I already mentioned him. Miles
I'm
Price, I
trying to
already
think.
mentioned him.
Didn't we get a wide receiver from like Auburn? Isn't there, or was that a linebacker? I feel like we got like 3 UDFAs from Auburn though. I feel like we got a linebacker, a wide receiver, and a damn corner or something, man. Like we did some work on Auburn. I'm gonna tell you that
So
right now, man.
so we got Austin Keys from Auburn.
Okay,
Um,
that's the
Okay, yeah, that's what
linebacker.
I'm thinking of.
mhm. Who else we have from Auburn? I don't see. So surprisingly, so I don't know how this works. Um, the international guy, Oscar Chapman, he was out
The
there.
punter.
Yeah, I know he's international. I believe it was like what, Australia or New
Yeah.
Zealand? Where
Yeah,
Australia?
hmm
yeah.
hmm
For some reason, on the Viking training camp book, they have him listed as Auburn. I don't know why. Did he play at Auburn or something? Or
Okay, yeah, because I think he did.
He
He
might have
played
been
at
by
Auburn.
way. He's Australian by way of Auburn University.
Yeah, yeah,
okay, copy that. All right,
yeah.
because I was kind of confused for a minute. I was like Auburn. Um,
Oh,
the
that's
other
right.
guy.
The Vikings will be looking for a new punter this year. I don't think Ryan Wright's a given.
I don't know
So
if
how
this
did
guy
how
is.
the punters look? Did you see the kickers too? I'm
I
actually kind of
did see
curious
the
about the
kickers.
kickers.
I did see the kickers. I seen Wright and Chapman out there.
What
Some
about
good,
Riker,
some
man? That's what
bad.
I really want to hear about. Was he
So
hitting field goals? Like we got to
Riker,
hear about
we
this
might
shit.
we might get the old Riker back, man. We might get the old Riker back.
Okay, he knocking them down. He
He's
knocking them
knocking them
down out
down.
there. All
He's
right,
getting
man.
back on the 40, the 50. He's knocking them
Okay.
down. He's knocking them
I'm gonna
down.
take your
So
word. I'm gonna
hopefully,
take your word for it, because all
hey,
this will to thrill shit, we gotta put that shit to rest until he
All
gotta
I'm gonna
earn that
all
shit.
I'm gonna say is he's a kicker. Next.
Yeah.
yeah. So hopefully we get the old Will back when it comes to game time. Because really, to be honest, I don't know if it was the physical, parts of it that he was missing kickers. I think it was a really mental, to be honest.
He had an injury
Hopefully
too. He
he
had an
did.
injury.
I don't know if it was the injury. I mean, that's just me personally. I feel like it was mental with him when it came to him
Yeah.
I
missing
think
the kick.
I have a friend who was a kicker in semi-pro.
Mm.
Yeah.
If you hurt your plant foot, that throws everything off. And I
Mm.
think he hurt his plant foot, the foot that he
Yeah.
plants with.
Okay.
And it just by way you plant and how you swing your leg, that's why their kicks go every damn where. But yeah, it's with the plant foot, and then a lot of it can be with kickers mental.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of it can be.
Most definitely. I found his name. Where did I find it? So Dante Fleming, wide receiver Dante
Why was he
Fleming.
Tulane? Yep.
He had some flashes as
He
well.
seemed nice. Okay.
He had some flashes because there was time where when it comes to these fringe guys, I'm
Mhm.
like I'm like, who's that? So I'm flipping. I'm like, okay, Dante Fleming, and so
Mhm.
he had
Okay.
some flashes too. Again, that wide receiver 4 is really up for toss. I mean, it might not even be Felton, to be honest with you.
Well,
He's
Wow.
Felton's probably going to
So
return.
hold up, man, because like the way you talking, man, like Felton. I mean, you might as well just tell us Felton ass. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, bro. Like, I mean, you're saying that without saying that. This whole lot. You feel me? Like
so
I'm just saying, man. Did we
Yeah,
make a
you know
mistake?
what, Mark? Mark, it sounds a little personal with you and Felton.
I'm
so
telling you, bro.
and I
Like,
want to
he is
rally.
from your area, bro.
He's
He
from
is
my
from your
area. I want to
area.
rally. I want to rally behind this guy. It's just today, only
Wasn't a
today. I
good
don't.
day. We just gonna say it
Today
wasn't a
wasn't a
good
good
day for
day.
number 13 today. All right, cool.
Wasn't a good day. Like because with the superstars we have at 1 and 2, and then Then after that, we're trying to figure out who's going to be our 3, who's going to be our 4. Eh, You know, I just wish
And
a
it's
couple
like, and
guys
that's,
stepped up.
and honestly, that's like with every team in the league when they got superstar 1 and
Yeah.
2s.
Yeah.
Everything after that is up for grabs. We know it's going to be Naylor because McCarthy loves Naylor.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Naylor's going to be the 3.
Okay.
So after 3, it's anybody's game.
Yeah. Good night, Eric, man. Good night, Eric. Steve, shout out to you. Good night, man. Y'all appreciate y'all tapping in,
Later,
man, for
Eric.
sure, man. Hey, Mark dropping these jewels, though. You feel me? Let's go, man.
But I do have some
Mark,
good
you
news,
didn't
though.
get any looks at the offensive line and defensive line then? They didn't put in a lot of work?
They were out there. You know, they don't have pads. So
Without
kind
pads, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard.
You know, once the ball, because, you know, Judge Zolgad, he goes out with these cam notes and stuff, and he says
Oh,
the
yeah,
same
I
thing.
know.
Like, you can't get too much out of it. And then going out there, I was like, okay, I see what he means. You know, because once the ball snapped, it just, you know, a bunch of guys.
It's just like
You know,
backup
probably
stand up and, you know.
Yeah, you know,
And
Make it
that's
so-
another thing too that we gotta evaluate, Mark, when we look at JJ McCarthy too. I think there's gonna be a huge difference. Although he's not gonna obviously get hit, I think once the pads come on too, because now I feel like mentally for any quarterback, knowing when you just have the shells on, they kind of know that the time you want to try to stay in rhythm and timing, knowing that and you know, game speed, you're only gonna have 3 seconds or less.
Yeah.
But I think just knowing that you're not gonna get hit and it's just shells, sometimes they tend to hold the ball a little longer. So it gives you an opportunity to wait a little longer for that said player to get open,
So
the
let's-
wide receiver. So
Let's collectively sit and give JJ some credit here because JJ, in my mind, is going to be practicing every day, shells or no shells, pads or no pads, up against one of the top defenses in the league and one of the top defensive coordinators in Brian Flores. So that's going to help. But you want to see JJ, even when we have the joint practice with the Patriots, you want to see him against a team in a different uniform, team in a different helmet. But I think that the fact that he's working against a Brian Flores defense, that's helped him a lot.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree for sure.
So to answer your question, Rap, I have good news. So now, granted, they don't have the pads on, so the defense isn't going as hard, and the offensive line isn't going as hard. But you know, so just like you guys, I would watch, you know, camp notes and stuff. Well, sorry, I would watch videos of camp notes, and I'm just going by what somebody's telling me, right? And that's the main reason why I flew out here, because I was like, well, you can't get the whole story just by, you know, what somebody's going. So I had to see for myself, right?
Yeah.
And now what I look for is, you know, like, for example, if I'm hearing camp notes is, you know, JJ threw an interception, right? I want to be there to know, well, how was the interception thrown? Was it him? Just, you know, was it the timing was off? Was the throw off? Was the defense just good? You know, because a lot of times people, you know, they hate when interceptions happen, but you know, again, you know, the defense needs to be good too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you need both sides to be good, right? So that's why I came out here to see for myself, right? So I'm seeing how, you know, how they look in the pockets, you know, are they going through the motions, the fundamentals there, you know. JJ, now granted they didn't have pads, but JJ, it seems like he has good pocket awareness. Like when the pocket is closing, like again, like I said, he would go and he'll climb up the pocket and he'll deliver that throw up the middle, you know, it's some intermediate pass and stuff like that. So it seems like, you know, even when the pads come on, that's translatable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So who I do have a problem with that, you know, when the pads come on is Sam Howell. So Sam Howell has this tendency, and then again, JJ, he gets the ball off. Even when they're in the red zone, you know, they're going, you know, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, you know, ball has to be out. Now, granted, there's no pads and there's nobody really coming after you, but they know like the ball has to be out.
Yeah.
Now, Sam Howell has this tendency where he's holding the ball too long. His pocket presence isn't all the way there. He does this thing where he'll scramble outwards, and you know, there was a lot of times where I seen him and I'm like, sack, sack, sack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now granted, they're not coming after you, but in real life, unless you're Pat Mahomes in the, you know, the pocket and you're slipping out of tackle, or you know, Lamar Jackson, I'm going, that's a sack. You know what
Those
I'm
are
saying?
negative plays.
Negative.
Yeah.
Those are negative yards.
Yeah.
Also, and with Sam now, he's got to learn like He was in Washington where they got a certain way they want their quarterbacks to play. Now he comes to a whole new, completely different system with KLC where JJ, it's natural for him. He was here from the start. So, and a lot of that with a lot of the players is mental.
So from what you're saying, Mark, you know, it sounds like to me when you think about JJ McCarthy, I know he was being compared early to Joe Burrow. Because if you look at how Joe Burrow maneuvers in the pocket, he's big on climbing the pocket. Like Tom Brady. Tom Brady's famous for being able to climb the pot, like feel that pressure coming in the sides and step up in the pocket and stuff like that. So it sounds like that. And it's crazy you say that too, because now that I think about it, even film from last year's training camp, he did that a lot. I feel like he did that coming into the league. Like it wasn't something that
he got that with Harbaugh in Michigan.
Yeah, he got it with Harbaugh. Like he naturally does it.
And what position did Harbaugh play in the NFL?
Yeah. So that's great news. That actually is a really good tidbit showing that he's still doing it in 2025. Because we did see that in 2024 with the little bit of tape that we were able to get from him at training camp. So I mean, that's a great, because the greatest quarterback out here, Tom Brady, that's what made him great like that too, was being able to step up, feel pressure in the pocket, and deliver those throws. Man, you know that's a huge deal.
Must be a Michigan thing.
Must be a Michigan thing, man. Yeah, hey, tell him again, TB. You know what I'm saying? Tell him again, TB. Hey, let's go.
I'm here in Minnesota, so I cheer for the Gophers, right? But like I tell everybody, when it comes to the Big Ten, Michigan, Ohio State, in my lifetime, I can count on one hand how many times we've beat Michigan.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, I can count how many times we beat Ohio State in my lifetime. And just so people know, I'll be 59 in October.
Yeah. So Mark, do you have any other plans on going to any other practices lined up here soon, or are you gonna be able to make it back out there? What's the deal?
So I gotta look at my schedule.
The night practice, bro. The night practice.
So again, I'm kind of disappointed that I wasn't here for the pads. You know, look, I try to take notes, and let me tell you, I'm gonna clap it up for Judge Zolgat with his notes and stuff, because it's not that easy.
It's tough,
right?
yeah.
Especially, I'm trying to get the videos, and then, for a minute, because you guys that's on the Discord, join the Discord chat.
Right.
And, you got to give Judd credit. He's been doing it for damn near 30 years.
You can't just come for the first time think you're gonna be as good as him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I try to give videos in Discord and stuff like that. But what I noticed was the more I was taking videos, I couldn't really see what was going on. And I couldn't get the overall view of what was going on with the wide receivers in the pass game and stuff like that. So there was times where I had to just, put the phone down and just watch, stand up and watch what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's definitely hard. I'm trying to come back here now. See, the thing is, I've been traveling a lot this summer. All right. Since April, I've been traveling every month. So I got like 2 trips, 2 resorts in August. So I'm gonna try to see if I can come back now. The plane ride, the planes are, more expensive than they used to be back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to come back for at least one game where they have pads. If not, I'm really trying to come to that night game. I never been to the night game, so I don't know if it's more about
the night practice? Like the night practice.
The night practice. I don't know if it's more just entertainment or if they're actually really getting it in with practice. But I'm gonna try to see.
You gonna be at the night game. You gonna be at Skullfest. You gonna be at the night game.
Skullfest.
Yeah, you gonna be at the night game.
That's already
let's go.
For.
So how long are you in town? Are you just in town for this weekend, Mark?
Yeah, so I came in yesterday, and then I leave tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
I literally just came for training camp. Really.
Okay, please tell me you did check out the Viking Museum.
So I went in there. I didn't go in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. It gives me another, reason to come back.
Right. There you go. Yeah, I went there. I had to go there. Yeah, I had to go there.
The lines
okay, you know what? Don't feel bad. I live here. I still ain't been there.
You still ain't been there?
Man. Still ain't been there.
Man, what the hell? And you live there, man? Like, sheesh, bro. No, I had to check it off my box when I went last. I think we went last Skullfest. Last year we wound up checking. No, the year before Skullfest one. We checked that off the box. I bought a hoodie. Matter of fact, that gray hoodie I wear with the Vikings helmet on it, I got that from the shop there.
From the shop
right
there. See, I've been in the shop.
Yeah.
I've been to the shop. So
the line was wrapped around and going out the door. I was like, yeah, I'm not getting nothing from here. I was playing.
Well, Mark, man, leave us with just an optimistic take, man, for the Minnesota Vikings, man, real quick, man. 2025, wrap up kind of everything you saw. Leave us with an optimistic take, man. What do you see the Minnesota Vikings doing in 2025, man?
So before I say that, let me see if there was something I didn't cover. If anybody's seen the highlights, I'm pretty sure you guys seen that JJ to JA long deep bomb.
That was about 60 yards.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Yeah. All right. So
in the bucket.
And then they had this play where it was a false start, so they had a free play. And I believe it was
Jalen Naylor.
Jalen Naylor went down for it was a deep ball, and Byron Murphy come with a good defensive play, good breakup. Murphy.
But can I say this, Mark? Though, can I say this, Mark? I seen the play. I seen the play clear. That me and TB were actually talking about this at the beginning of the show here. Okay. I feel like Jalen Naylor was lazy on that play, though. Like he didn't really try to go up aggressively and get that rock, though. Not to take away from what Byron Murphy did. That was it was a great breakup, but free play. They jumped because I heard that's what kind of happened. The defense jumped offside, so they kind of simulated the free play, bomb it downfield. From what I saw, man, Jalen Naylor kind of just, put his hands up, and it was like he ain't really try to box out and really go get that rock. That's an issue for me.
And you played football before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I played too. When it comes to those penalties, you hesitate because you don't know what's happening and stuff like that. If you should stop, if you should go, and stuff like that. So. The play kind of was lazy at first because it was like, oh, no, free play, go, go. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to the catch, maybe he was a little lazy. It looked like it was in the breadbasket type of thing, so he didn't have to really go up for it. But it was still a good play by, Byron Murphy. And the reason why I put it on Byron Murphy because, as we all heard, Byron Murphy, he's still doing numbers. It's like he didn't drop off where he left off, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, he's still doing his thing out there. So me personally looking at it, it seemed like Byron Murphy made a good play. There's probably not much, Jalen could have done, to be honest. So,
yeah.
And Jalen's not a contested catch type of guy.
He's really not. He's really not.
That's
not it. Although he did make a great contested catch. I think that was that Seattle game, which it was crucial. It was a third down play, if y'all remember, in the middle of the field, where he had to jump up. It was JJ Jefferson-esque.
I ain't gonna lie. The biggest thing I remember from Jalen Naylor last year was on JJ's 97-yard TD pass. He came out of nowhere to throw a block at about. I'm like, where the hell did he come from?
Yeah,
he had a crucial catch. He had a crucial catch in that Seattle. I think it was that Seattle. It was either that Seattle game or because I know that the drop that pissed me off the most was the Titans game that I touched on last night, but. I think it was the Seattle game where it was it was on that drive.
Didn't we play the Rams? He was like wide open and Sam missed him.
He was wide open so many times, though. I gotta say that Sam Darnold was missing a lot of that shit, man. You know what I mean? Like that shit. But Mark, too, I want to take away from talking about the JJ to JA connection. I text Delt earlier and I was like, bro, this is the connection that's gonna be dangerous, bro. I'm telling you. I feel like Jordan Addison is a quarterback's best friend. That kid know how to get open, man. You know what I mean?
When you talk about speed and shit, is what the press right now has been saying. The McCarthy to Addison connection is the one you need to worry about more than McCarthy to Jefferson.
Yeah, that shit.
What him to Addison's gonna do is set up Justin in the red zone.
But think about this: Addison did that with Sam Darnold too. Like last year, when you were seeing the clips come out, man. Addison is just the guy that. You throw that shit down there, man. Hey, I'm telling you,
Addison on any other team would be a wide receiver one.
Most definitely. Yeah. And then again, I haven't seen with my own two eyes Sam Darnold. I'm sorry, JJ and JJ. But I've seen a lot of JJ to JA. You know what I'm saying? So now JJ obviously is the wide receiver one, so he's going to make plays regardless.
Yeah.
But Rap knows my little take. Jordan Addison is my favorite Viking.
Yeah.
An unpopular opinion, but Jordan Addison's the dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Everybody
also
had their favorite.
gotta
They have
watch
their
it,
favorite.
folks. Jordan
They
Addison
love
on a
JJ.
payday.
But
Yeah.
JA is my guy. Everybody loved JJ, and it's rightfully so, because his
Yeah.
back, his stats and his career. But Jordan Addison, man, hey, he's
No,
something
he liked
different.
that.
He's
Yeah, he
different.
liked that. Yeah, he definitely.
And
And we have fans actually talking about, we're gonna move off of him, which is crazy to think about. But hey, man, they're saying,
the only reason many people are saying that, I've been one to say it too,
because the contract.
Because the contract.
Yeah.
He's gonna want to get paid.
Yeah.
And
he can't get paid like Justin Jefferson. That's just not gonna
right.
happen.
You see what's happening to Cincinnati right now.
Yeah.
And the Vikings don't want to get in that thing.
They don't want to get in that, yeah.
They might be able to work out something where Jordan's like, you know what, I'm gonna stick around.
Yeah, I mean, Quasi's good at this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like if he don't want to keep somebody, then he's not going to keep them, right? But if he really wants somebody, he's going to make it work.
Yeah.
He's a finesser when it comes to this type of stuff. So
I think the only way you trade Addison, you have to get damn near a Herschel Walker like deal. Some team's gonna be willing to give you a ransom for Jordan.
Yeah, for sure.
The only thing I'm scared about is if you get rid of Jordan Addison, who we got after JJ.
Yeah.
Well,
because you saw how Mark was talking about the rest of the damn receivers. I mean, shit, we get rid of Jordan Addison, man. It's over with, man.
Here's the way I look at it. It's like I look at it as like, there's always another class of wide receivers coming out of college that's good.
There is.
So wide receivers to me are kind of like a dime a dozen. You can kind of if you can find a top one to take over. I mean, we found one to take Diggs' spot. We found one to take Thielen's spot. Before then, we found one to take. We never
believe it or not, receivers are easy to replace.
Very easy to replace.
They are easy to replace.
But then again, we got Ty Felton.
Well, I'm saying, like, if you're gonna replace though, you have to be intentional.
Felton is strong.
Well, the thing is this: I feel like if you're gonna replace a receiver, when we talk about replacing a receiver, you have to get one of the top ones coming in. Like you got a first round. You know what I mean? Yes, you can hit on a second round, third round, fourth round one possibly, but like you have to be super intentional. Like, no, we're getting a guy in the first round. We're getting one of the top guys in college football. Like,
let's be honest. The Vikings got lucky when they hit on Thielen, who was an undrafted free agent, and when they hit on Diggs, who was a fifth rounder.
Yeah,
they got very lucky.
You got lucky. Yeah. But usually if you go in the first round, you're good, man. Usually.
Now, let me ask you guys this, though. Right. So, when it comes to wide receiver 2, where would you put Jordan Addison in the league?
Number 1.
Like, I think he's the best wide receiver 2 in the league. Yeah. When I think about wide receiver 2s across the league, man, I mean, and this isn't us being biased, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is just facts, man.
There's no bias at all.
Yeah, when you look at Jordan Addison, I mean.
And here's what they're not talking about. Jordan Addison runs the most precise routes.
Yeah.
He can run routes like there's no tomorrow. He's precise. When he's in the game, he's in the game. He is a quarterback's best friend.
Yeah.
So I'm
trying to think, like, drop some names in the chat, y'all. I'm trying to think if anybody's debatable, really. I guess T. Higgins maybe could be debatable. People can say
Higgins is the only one, but Higgins has Burrows and Chase.
Yeah.
And now he's getting paid, so Jordan's going to want to get paid.
Yeah.
So
and we've seen some phenomenal wide receiver 1 catches with Jordan.
I would say the boy from the Bucks too, man. Buccaneers. Godwin. Godwin.
Yeah.
I would say Godwin. He could be somebody you can debate. If you had Bucks fans. Devontae Smith is another one. Yeah.
Devontae. Yeah, I forgot about him.
Devontae Smith would be another one. So I mean, there's some competition there, but again, what I'm saying, I think J.A. Puka Nacua, yeah. So there's some names, but look, as we start naming them, you're like, there's some guys out there, but man, Jordan Addison definitely at the top of that list somewhere. You know what I mean?
That's my thing. That's my thing. So it's like if we get rid of Jordan Addison, like they're a dime of a dozen, but Jordan Addison is like one of the best wide receiver 2s. You know what I'm saying? Would you find one of the best wide receiver 2s? Yeah. He's a wide receiver 1.
He is.
That happened to be a wide receiver.
That's why I'm telling you right now, if you were going to get rid of him, you ask for the haul. you ask for a king's ransom.
Yeah.
And you better hit on it too. So
Wiggins world, Lions are delusional. Lions fans are
Lions
delusional.
fans are super.
They finally get to sit at the kid.
Yeah.
They finally get to sit at the grown-ups table and talk football when they've been sitting at the kiddie table for 30 plus years.
Yeah. And I heard they're trying to get Jameson more play time this season. They're trying to get him more involved in the offense.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that looks like.
Delton said the thing about Addison is when he makes his breaks, he doesn't lose speed.
He doesn't slow down.
He doesn't slow down at all. And that's a fact.
And he's got deceptive speed. He does.
He do.
No, that highlight. I mean, Mark, you were there. That bomb to him. I mean, when you saw how he ran up to the I think the safety, and then he just hit a gear. Like, I mean, the way he hit that gear, bro, and turned that bitch in the fifth gear, man. I mean, that shit is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what makes him different, bro. Like, I mean, that shit, and he does that in games. So, like, we see it consistently.
And that's what separates, good wide receivers from, not so good. Like, if they can have that change of speed and stuff like that when they're going through the routes and stuff like that. I watched something where Justin Jefferson was talking to some guys. I don't know if it was, some type of flag football league or something like that. But he was talking about how you don't have to run 100% with the routes, right? As long as you're at the spot where you're supposed to and how you're running the routes, that's more important than just running 100%, right? So Jordan Addison, like as they say, he have this preciseness with his routes. He can change up speed. He had the variation of speeds and stuff like that. He's a beast, bro. He's a beast. They're
asking if JJ threw it short, but we about to. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for this. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for us, man. Hold on, real quick, y'all. I got you. I'm gonna let you make that determination, man. Mark was there, but the NFL actually posted it, man. You know what I mean? That's how you know shit lit. You feel me? Like the NFL posted the actual.
Well, so the NFL posted that. So guess what? Colin Cowherd gonna get on there Monday and talk about shit about.
Oh yeah, Colin. I said his arm wasn't that strong, but hey man, it was a great though, man. Nah, dog. Nah, dog.
Colin, I said your show sucked, and it really does.
Yeah, nah, dog. All right, here we go, y'all. Y'all can see that. All right, cool. Let's do this, man. Actually, you know what? Here, I can. Let me highlight it on the screen. Boom. I'll make it as big as I can make it there. There we go. Here you go, y'all. I mean, the form, he's gone. Look at to be real, Jordan Addison is fucking yards ahead. There's a different angle. All right, so this is the one angle right here that I think the actual Vikings media posted. But like to go back to what we talked about when I talk about that speed change, right? Let me go to TPP. I believe they posted the video where you can actually see it develop from the beginning and see how he fucking dipped out. I think it's right here. Yeah. Like this right here. Look how he ran past that freaking
he ran past three of them.
It kind of goes behind. Yeah, it goes behind whatever that board is. But man, I mean, you can see it here. They hike it. Look at them, and then boom, gear gone. Look at that gear change, bro. Like that shit is crazy. Like that's what I saw, bro. That gear change, y'all.
Run it back to the beginning. They're in I formation.
Yeah. A lot of CJ Hams. A lot of CJ Ham today.
CJ Ham up back there, But look at that gear one more time, man. Running, and then boom, gone. Out of there. You know what I mean? Whoever that cornerback is, I'm telling you right now, man, I feel bad for you, bro. You did not expect that. Welcome to the NFL. I'm sure you a rookie, man. But yeah.
So I did see crazy. Thomas out there. What's his name? I actually seen him at the hotel. He's one of the cornerbacks that was on that play. Tavier Thomas,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was back there. So I'm assuming they was probably running with the twos, but still, no, they're not keeping up with Jordan Addison.
Yeah.
He didn't break step or nothing. He just kind of made one little move.
Yeah.
And went right by him. He went right by him.
Man, that was a great watch, man. That was a great watch.
Yeah. But yeah.
Hey man, we had some good and that was great, Mark, man. If you got anything else real quick, man, and then we'll get you up out of here, man. I appreciate you, first of all, putting in the work and coming on tonight, man, and talking that talk, man. We got to make this happen again. You feel me? I told Tony, hey, we're going to be talking vintage, man, and football and stuff. But when you told me that you had an opportunity to come on tonight, I had to make it happen because this is interesting. This is right now. You know what I mean? And I think with the excitement about everything going on right now, we need to hear this. You know what I mean? And I think Tony's okay with that, man. TB, man, is okay with what we heard tonight. You know what I'm saying? That was great information, bro. I wish I could be there with you. You know what I mean? And I've been thugging with you, bro. I'd have been sweating with you out there, man, taking notes. You feel me? But we gotta make it happen next year, man. Next year will be a better year for me to be able to travel a lot more too. So hopefully I can get out there next year to at least one training camp, and I'm gonna make sure I'm strategic and pick one with pads for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I need to see the line a little more. But the offense definitely take the cake today. The offense definitely take the cake. This running game gonna be good though. I'm gonna leave you guys with that. You know, the running game's gonna be good. You know, we have our 1 and 2 punch. Jordan Mason's he's a big dude, so you know, we had that running game going for us.
Let's just hope KOC actually runs the ball this year.
Yeah,
I mean, at least they ran it today. It's practice, and it was running the ball. A lot of CJ Ham, a lot of checkdowns. You know, the checkdowns was good. The main thing is with the quarterback, you know, JJ's looking good. He's looking good, and keep your eyes on Max. Max, he might
the Brosmer. The Brosmer.
You gotta watch the local kid. You gotta watch him.
Shout out the Brosmer, man. You feel me? Shout out the bro. All right. No, that's a fact, man.
All right. Thanks, Purplegang, man.
Hey,
man.
Man.
It's been real.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks.
Hey, for sure, man. We appreciate you, bro. Yeah, you already know we're gonna be locked in, bro.
Yep.
Most definitely. Appreciate you.
It was great chatting with you, Mark.
Yes,
Holla at you, man. All right, bro. Man, shout out Mark, man. You know, shout out Mark coming on, sharing that information, man, for sure, man. You know, being out there, putting in that work, man.
That's a hell of a job going out there in 90-degree weather. And there's no shade. There is no shade around there. And you're taking notes, film, and trying to watch everything. It's you know, I give him credit.
Yeah, no, that was great, man, to get a Mark on, man, and talk some stuff like that, man. You know, with that being said, to be like, where do you see the Vikings sitting as far as record wise? I haven't heard you do a record prediction. Where do you think the record is going to be for the Minnesota Vikings? Realistic, you know what I mean? Try to put your fandom to the side just a little bit and like realistically, what you usually do anyway. So but where do you see
as a lifelong Viking fan, you got to be realistic and you got to be optimistic.
Yeah.
We're not going to win 14 games this year.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
We could win 13.
Okay, golly. Okay.
But I'm going to be honest with you. Just in the division as a whole, I'm going to be safe. I can see the Vikings at either 11-6 or 12-5. Either record wins the division.
Yeah.
I just think you're going to miss a few. You're going to have a couple of games there where they're going to be nail biters. We're not always going to win them, so we might lose a couple of them. You're going to have a game where nothing clicks. It happens. But realistically, with this defense and with JJ and with the attitude and with KOC, this team doesn't like to lose.
Yeah. So
I can see I'm being realistic with 11-6 or 12-5. 13-4 is not out of the question, though. I'm just going to put it out there. But it's a grind of a schedule this year, you know.
Yeah, it's we definitely got some guys, some teams that we're facing, man, where I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be
and I'm gonna be and I don't know how other people feel about this, but I'm gonna be vocal about it. I hate overseas games, and I hate the fact that we're playing 2 weeks overseas.
Yeah.
We were just over there last year. Why are we going back?
Yeah. So I want you to, for sure. And we're going back twice. We're going to be there for a month.
We're back to, they're going to stay. They got the game of Scotland against the Steelers. Yeah. And then they're going to stay over in Europe, and then they're going to play Cleveland in London. And again, we've played them in London before.
Yeah. Crazy. I want you to touch on, you know, your favorite moment with Catch, man. I'm gonna pull Catch up here, man, because and shout out Barba, man. Fade you up, man, for the 1-2 Barba, Yogi. This is Catch. TB wasn't there.
I was there.
Oh, you were at Corner Bar?
I got a picture of me, Yogi, and Catch together.
Oh, you were at Corner Bar? You went to the corner?
Yeah,
I know you were
I
at
was
the
there.
first one. Okay, damn.
Yeah.
All right, fuck, my bad. Damn. You always do pull up. That's your second one. Okay,
Yeah,
appreciate you, man. Let's
I was
go.
there.
Let's go. Well, I wanted to ask you, this was part of the show tonight that I wanted to ask you, man, was what was your favorite memory with Catch as far as like the vintage show and like talking, like as far whether y'all had like a debate, a disagreement, or something y'all really agreed on that that y'all, just what was one of those conversations, man? Go down memory lane with you and Catch, man, that y'all had on the show, man. A good moment we can all just kind of soak in, man.
I think the best show we did, we talked about the Love Boat incident.
Oh wow, the Love Boat.
We got graphic with it.
Okay.
And in case anybody, I explained it. I was supposed to be on that boat, but because it was moving, I had things going on with my personally. I forgot all about it, but I was invited to be on that boat. But we talked about that, and it just everything that came out. I mean, we had to put the parental advisory up there for the show because it was.
And if you haven't seen that show, it's still up, y'all. So go find it, man. Go find it if you're, because that sounds like for some reason, I feel like I recall tapping into that show and catching some of that show. So because it's always the Love Boat story is always
the best memories I had with Catch was we did the Friday Night Thief free for all.
Okay.
And somehow it ended up being the Spencer Rattler debate.
The Spencer because he was he was a big SP guy. Yep. He's a big
every single Friday. Yep. And it got to the, it's just, because we talked about everything. Yep. But the whole every time Spencer Rattler's name come up, it was either, because Catch was a Spencer Rattler guy.
Yeah.
And then you had a couple of guys who weren't.
Yeah, man. Everybody drop RIP Catch in the chat, man. Let's get some RIP Catches in the chat.
And so I mean, I got a ton of memories of Catch. To tell the story, Yogi hit me up and asked me if I was interested in doing a show about Viking history.
Yeah. And
I said, of course, and I thought, and so he's like, well, I know a person who wants to do Viking history.
Yeah.
And so Catch called me and we were on the phone for a couple hours just talking Viking history and how we would do the show. And we just meshed.
Yeah.
We just meshed. He would get his information off of Football Reference and stuff like Pro Football Reference and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where I would be like, okay, that's wrong. I remember when he did this and such. And from my perspective, a lot of it's memory, but the fact that I live up here.
Yeah.
So I remember the reports. I remember the talk. I remember what the mood was and stuff like that. And a lot of that, like I still have the old media guides and programs and stuff from back in the day.
Yeah.
So I would go off of that and he would set it up and he was good at that. He set it up and I just rambled.
Yeah, man.
I just rambled, but we just meshed. It just was, and like I said, we were the only ones doing it.
Yeah, man. Damn. I miss my boy, man, for sure, man. My boy Catch, man. Hey, look, man, he would love to talk some Vikings football too. You know what I'm saying? Like he enjoyed it, man.
And he would do like the live simulcast of the games. I popped in a couple of times, but see, my girlfriend, I watch the games with her. She's a Falcons fan. She lives in California. So I've got there it is.
There you are.
Yeah, that's the picture.
So I've got Bell and Catch and Yogi.
There's a hell of a defensive line right there if you think about it.
Hey, I'm telling you, boy, that's a hell of a front right there, boy. Like for real.
But yeah, it's like so I'll watch the games with her. She's a Falcons fan. So I've got like 3 screens on my TV. I got the Viking game, Falcons game, and the Red Zone on Sundays.
Yeah.
So, but I would pop in with Catch after the game and talk and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a void, man. It was sudden and it just happened. And next thing you know, it's like, fuck.
Yeah, man. I know that was tough for you, man. That news. Yeah. I mean, that was That was definitely tough for everybody, but I think the relationship you and Catch had was unmatched. As far as the Vikings community goes, and
I
you could
was
tell he really enjoyed it.
I was really debating about doing another vintage show.
Yeah.
I was 50-50 because out of respect to the vintage was Catch's baby. This was his. This was all his idea. I just came along for the ride. And I didn't want to step on that. It was his. But we were the only ones doing history.
Yeah.
Making history. So for me, I kind of want to get it out there, the history, because of with the passing of Jim Marshall, you heard the stories about Jim, but there's a lot more stories about those great Viking teams too, and Viking players. And I think like your generation needs to learn that. The newer fans need to know that, and many of us old dudes, I mean, we got more years behind us and ahead of us. So for me, I wanted to put it out there, what I remember, what was said, stuff like that, from what I can remember.
Yeah.
So,
no, facts, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Skull Mafia. Skull Mafia got a couple of us some shirts, man, that have Catch 84 on the back that we're gonna rock at Skull. I know I'm bringing mine to Minnesota with me.
There you go.
But some shirts dedicated to him, man. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely gonna get a day out of me repping a man in the city. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
I need one as a 2X.
Yeah, Skull. We gotta get with Mafia, man, and figure out where you ordered those and get you one, man, for sure. Because it says RIP Catch 84 and number like 84 on the back. And I mean, it's fire. It's fire, man. I think Gary got one. He sent them to a couple people, man. So shout out to Catch, man, and thank you for everything you did, Catch, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, loved watching you. And having TB on here feels good. That was another reason I wanted to get TB on here, is because I know, he can hold it down for Catch, man. I mean, I think I'm sure, it feels like you guys became best friends, damn near family. I'm sure that was your brother, man. That was your brother, man. Y'all started inviting for Vikings. It shows you how powerful, this team is, and football in general. Football it's deeper than just, motherfuckers running and catching the football, man. Like, you really build brotherhoods out this shit. I mean, just look at all the people in the chat tonight supporting. All of this is brought together by a sport and a team in the Minnesota Vikings, man, where we build family, we build relationships. I mean, this shit is deep, bro. Like, for real. And you think about you and Catch, man, that relationship was built off of, like you said, somebody came across, we need to do a Vikings Vintage show, and y'all linked up. You know what I mean? And he became your brother because y'all were doing shows weekly on there for hours too, man. One thing about you and Catch, man, y'all sit on that thing for 3-4 hours talking like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy. Like, good.
My girlfriend lives in California, and she would get on to see the show. Yeah. And she would be tired. She'd try to watch. She's like, God, you guys are still talking? I'm going to bed. I'm just like, once we started talking, we just, whatever subject, led into another subject, led into another subject. They were all connected to the first subject. And that was kind of like that was chemistry. That's chemistry.
Yeah. I really want to get somebody, man. One of my main goals, man, is to find somebody to sit in for Catch with you, even if it's bi-weekly, man, but bring back that vintage. We got to get that vintage show, as a community, y'all. We got to get that vintage show back on the road, man. Hey, TB ready to work. He ready. He just waiting for somebody who, first of all, knows what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And
can put up with me.
And can put up with, talking some vintage Vikings football, man. But I think that show definitely, there's a space for it in the Vikings community, and we need it to come back. Nobody does it. So we need somebody. I nominate Zoe. Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Oh my God. Oh,
imagine that.
Okay, Zoe's a brother.
It'd be a teaching session at least.
But it would be a teaching session, and then he gets impatient and don't want to hear it. So,
But realistically, man, we gotta find somebody who can really lock in with you, man, and do it. You know,
Yeah.
I threw Purple Pop out there. That's still in the work. We're gonna see. I'm gonna talk
Mhm.
to him again maybe tomorrow, probably, because I think he said he'll be back home tomorrow. So maybe just see, like, if it's possible, just let me know. Because if not, then let's move on to the next opportunity.
Well,
and
I'll
see
tell
if we
you
can
what.
keep
Let's just
popping.
put it out there. Anybody that is willing to talk Viking history on a podcast,
Yeah, let's
basically
do it.
basically be the monitor, and I'm just
Yeah,
you just you know, and
because everything's set up, ready to go. It's
yeah,
just about showing up. Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
I got the. I mean, the memory bank is still here, still good.
yeah,
And if
yeah,
it's not, I can always look at a book and
yeah,
remember. Um,
yeah,
and okay, truth be told, this is how I was such a Viking fan. As I got older, I would skip school. Okay.
yeah,
And when I wasn't hanging out at the record store or getting in trouble, I would actually go to the library.
yeah,
Well, how I would find out about old Viking news is I would look at the old Viking newspapers on microfilm, look at the
yeah,
old Pioneer Press, Minneapolis Star, and I would read the stories that led up to whatever the game or whatever story was happening, the headline. That's how I remember the Jim Marshall snowmobile thing, the Carl Kasulke motorcycle accident.
yeah,
But I remember the bad blood between Alan Page and Bud Grant. I mean, it was bad.
yeah,
It was very bad. There's a story about that I need to tell people too. Carl Eller, the stuff with him, I knew a lot of the guys, and plus my sisters. Truth be told, I had a sister that dated Ahmad Rashad.
Okay.
So I got more news that basically the stuff I heard at that age, you put them on a pedestal, but then you kind of get the real gist of it. You're kind of like, what an ass.
Yeah.
That type of thing. And I'm friends with some guys that played. I still talk to Ed White on a regular basis.
Okay.
I have talked to other former Vikings too. So I get stories from them. And then I just remember what I remember, like, as a fan watching those guys. So
it's called, Jordan, man. It's called
the Vintage.
The Vintage. Yeah. And matter of fact, hold on. I could because Yogi actually made a playlist on the channel too. So let me.
I think one of our most popular shows. We had two real popular shows. One was the Love Boat. The other one was, we talked about the Purple People Eaters. And both of those shows were like 2.5, almost 3 hours long. So
here we go. Yeah, you guys gotta. I'm glad he actually did it the right way too. He put you guys in a playlist. So this is gonna be easy to post here. I'm gonna post it in the chat right now, Jordan. Y'all make sure anybody who hasn't seen them, you know what I mean, hasn't tapped in, man, make sure you go do that and support these fellas, man, for Catch too, man, for sure. I just posted the playlist in the chat. There you go, man. I'll pin it real quick too. Let me pin it. Make sure y'all go tap in with that for sure. And go support it, man. Drop a RIP Catch in the comments, man. Even in 2025, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because and there's some great stories there, man. There's some great stories that TB touches on. Catch throws his 2 cents in there, man, and it's just it was a great dialogue, man. To sit back and watch, man. It's one of those deals you can put your headphone in while you're doing some chores around the house, man, and just listen to some good old Vikings history, man. So I highly recommend it, man.
I'm just really glad people liked it, because for me, like I said,
we gonna get it back, TB. We bring it back. We bringing it back.
Okay.
One way or another, man, we bringing it back. If I gotta sit in and just if I gotta start going and reading books, then I'm gonna just have to go do that, man. But one way or the other, Vikings Vintage is coming back, man, in 2025. It has to. We will get somebody, man. It's gonna be destined, man. Somebody got a hold of it.
And I'm just gonna put it out there, God willing, I will be here.
Yeah.
I will be here. So, and I'm open. I mean, or people that I'm friends with on Twitter and Facebook and stuff, you can always ask me a question. You know, if I'm willing to go on other podcasts, I'll gladly come on your podcast anytime if you've got any kind of football question.
Gary said, I got vintage. Okay, Gary. Hey, look, Gary, don't bullshit now. Hey, don't bullshit. Hey, we need a real deal person that's going to tap in weekly, right? TB, y'all used to do it, what, every Friday night? Was it Friday nights? Because I felt like y'all did it right after my show.
Friday, we did it every Wednesday night. The Friday free-for-all was every Friday, unless something came up where we didn't do it. And there was a couple of weeks there where we didn't. But the free-for-all was just off the chain.
Yeah,
and we talked about everything.
Just talked about everything.
Yeah, but the Viking history one was, I mean, those shows were just, there's so much history with this team.
Yeah.
You start talking about one thing, then all of a sudden, like I said, it leads into something else, and they're all connected.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm just glad that people liked it. I'm glad that people took the time to listen, because I talked a lot.
Yeah.
I talked a lot.
Hey, well, shit, that's good though, man. You know what I mean? It's always it's good to talk, man. When you're talking history, you're doing a podcast. I mean, that's kind of what you want to be good at, is talking.
And by the way, I'm new to this whole podcast thing. This is, you know, this is completely new to me. I usually do my Tony's Take, which is a video that I'll post on either Facebook or Twitter. But other than that, that's it.
Man, shout out everybody tonight, man. I really appreciate y'all tonight. We had a great show tonight, man. TB, we gonna get up out of here now, man. You know, hey, great show tonight. Hey, listen, I can't do like Catch, man. Hey, look, I can do 2 hours. Once I get to 2 hours, I'm like, all right, I gotta start making some moves. I plan on going live again tomorrow and doing a recap of all the footage that came out today. So that's my plan. I plan on doing like a midday or early morning stream. So, you know, I gotta get my mental right for that. But tonight was great, bro. Tonight was, thank you for coming on. I know we had Mark take up a lot of me and your time to really,
that's fine.
But I feel like it was needed. You know what I mean? I feel like it was needed. Mark, man, shout out to Mark going out there, putting in the footwork, man, bringing some notes to the channel. He's been a member of the channel for forever and been supporting like crazy. So, but I say that to say, me and you, we got to lock in again. So, and I want to do it sooner than later. You know, I don't want
for sure.
I don't want 5-6 months to go by. I kind of want to do it, you know, as the season's getting closer, you know, or maybe after week 1, get you on. Let's talk some football. Let's talk about what we've seen. So just stay on the lookout, man, because I want to do this again. You know what I mean?
All you got to do is message me. Just message me, bro, and I will answer.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I'm here. So
I got you, man. You know, hey, appreciate you again, man. Everybody, make sure y'all go check out the link that's at the top of the chat, man. Go over there, support TB, man, and Catch. You know, thank y'all again tonight, man, for sticking around for this whole 2 hours and 12 minutes that we've been on, man. There was a lot of great conversations tonight. This replay gonna be crazy if you didn't get to watch it, man. Hey, hit the replay ski. Go back to the beginning, man. Hey, TB, man, you want to leave the Vikings fans with anything before we get up out of here, man?
All I'm going to say is it's preseason. Don't lose hope.
Okay.
It's going to be a long season. Okay, we're going to have ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
JJ's the guy. That's all I'm going to say.
Let's go.
JJ is the guy that is going to get us back to the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl. Let's go, man. Hey, you heard it here first, man. OG Ski TB said we going to the Super Bowl with number 9, man. Let's go, man. Yep. Hey, TB, man, I appreciate you, man, for sure, man. What a hell of a show.
Thank you so much, Rap, for having me. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This old guy appreciates all of you.
And we are out of here, man. Let's go.